Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is the watch-along for Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Joining me are Angelina Kelly.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Have you calmed down now? Because
Yeah,
you and Ronnie were getting a bit angry with each other a minute ago. I felt like I was at home with the kids because you was mocking each other's jumpers and stuff.
I didn't say nothing.
You started it all taking a mick out of
Thank you.
Angelina's jumper, which is out of order because I think it's very nice. Right.
Thank you.
There you go, you see. She's proud of being a United fan.
Yeah.
Also joining us,
I'm
of
not
course,
right
is Ronaldo Brown, who's less proud of being a United fan, and understandably so. Ronnie, how are you feeling?
I'm quite nervous about tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared.
Well, we've got the team news in, so this might give you a bit of comfort or more cause for concern. So I'm going to run through the team news, and we're going to have a graphic shortly, but in the meantime, I can talk you through it. Erik Ten Hag has made a few changes, some of them enforced, some unenforced. So we've got Andre Onana in goal. It looks like it's going to be Diogo Dalot at left-back, which... You know, we've seen that a few times as well. I'm guessing it'll be Evans left centre-back and Varane right centre-back with Wan-Bissaka at right-back. In midfield, you've got Kobbie Mainoo, you've got Christian Eriksen, and you've got Bruno Fernandes. So I'm guessing there, what we're thinking? Are we thinking Mainoo and Eriksen deeper, or how would you see that one in the midfield?
It's definitely going to be Eriksen and Mainoo deeper, and
Yeah,
it'll be
Bruno
back
pushing.
where he should be playing.
I love that.
Where McTominay's been shooting him out of the team.
We'll get into that shortly as well. I do want to get your opinions on that, both of you. Up front, or in attack, we should say, we've got Alejandro Garnacho, Rasmus Hojlund, and Marcus Rashford. There's a few people on Twitter saying that it looks like, or they think Marcus Rashford will be playing on the right-hand side. Not his favoured position, but you've got to sacrifice either Garnacho or Rashford's favoured position because they both prefer the left-hand side. Rashford, I think, played at right wing at St James's was the last time he played, and he didn't exactly cover himself in glory, but we'll wait and see what happens on that one. On the bench, you've got Bayandé, Reguilon, Kumbuala, Gore, Hannibal, McTominay, Van der Beek, Palestre, and Anthony. Let's get into the big decision then, the obvious one. Scott McTominay, and I'll start with you and then I'm going to go to you on it. McTominay, we've had this sort of thing recently where it feels as though almost everything has been about McTominay because he's been the top goal scorer. We've shifted, as Ronnie just said, we've shifted Bruno deeper. I know he didn't play at Anfield because he was suspended, but when he has played, we've tended to shift him deeper. Yeah. At times, it feels like it's about getting McTominay into the box, and I think the manager even said that. He said it was almost like a tactic. We want to get him in the box, get him on the end of things. And I've questioned games. McTominay's played 90 minutes in all of them. And in all but 8 of those games, he's got no goals and assists. So it seems a bit strange to me to be building your team almost around someone who isn't banging him in every week. But I understand that we're not exactly covered in goal scorers. What have you made of McTominay recently and the decisions to drop him tonight?
I was in agreement with you. I think at the last watch-along we were talking about it. And I think... you've scored a couple of goals in one game. That doesn't mean that you should be, top of the list. Obviously, he was captain for one of the games, which I think he spoke really well after that game and everything. That's great, but he's not really the person that I would want my team being built around. So I'm glad that he's been dropped. I think we needed to change it up. After that game against West Ham, it was absolutely atrocious, and we need to make some kind of change. So I'm really glad to see that hopefully Bruno Fernandes will be back playing in a position that we know him in and that he's comfortable in. I'm in agreement. I think that it's great that I feel horrible saying it's great that we've dropped him, but I just think at this point, nothing seems to be working. We need to be making changes, and these types of changes, whatever the reason is for them, I'm happy to finally see them. Okay,
fair enough. Ronnie, what do you make of it? Because you've been let's be honest, you've been a bit of a critic of Scott McTominay.
I've been critical of it for the same reason that you said, because I thought I think the McTominay inclusion from the time where he scored a bit of a brace and he would get the goal here and there, despite how he'd performed for the rest of the game, and then Ten Hag kind of hanging his hat on playing him and kind of shifting Bruno out of position to accommodate him. I thought it was a bit of a bold strategy anyway. I thought it come across a little bit desperate, especially because United were struggling to score goals. We weren't winning games. We were quite poor defensively, so we thought, there might be something here with McTominay playing a bit higher. Yeah. But I don't think that experiment's worked. And now that he's gone for a midfield with a little bit more control in it. But I'm still looking at the team, especially in the middle, and it still seems like a bit of a weak area in a defensive standpoint, especially against someone like Aston Villa, where that is the area of the pitch that they peppered. I think I tweeted earlier, they're very kind of central team that attack through the middle mostly, and they've got a lot of quality players in those areas. And I think if we're defensively not up to it in there, and you haven't got someone that's kind of combative, I still think we're going to struggle to stop him, I think.
I'll get into the Aston Villa team. Just a couple of things. Yeah. Do get involved in the comments in the chat and let me know what you think. But also, we'll mention... I think people saying, what about Amrabat and Shaw? I think we're in that Shaw and Amrabat are unavailable. I think they've got a slight knock. So it's not a tactical decision to drop Luke Shaw and Sofian Amrabat, from what I gather, and we can get this clarified, cleared up. But it looks like they've got minor injuries, is the sort of the party line. So they've not been rested or dropped. People like Anthony and McTominay, you can argue, have been either rested or dropped, however you want to look at it. For Aston Villa, who obviously having a very good spell of it, you've got Martinez in goal. Obviously, you've got Konza, Diego Carlos, I should say. Lenglet, Digne, McGinn, Dendoncker, Douglas Luiz, Jacob Ramsey, Bailey, Watkins, who's obviously been banging him in. On the bench, you've got Marshall, Proctor, Pau Torres, Alex Marino, Chambers, Diaby, Zaniolo, Duran, and Iroe Egg Bunham. And forgive me for absolutely butchering that lad's name. It's a strong Villa team because they have got a strong team, though. Ronnie, I'll start with you before we ask you, Ange. How worried are you about this team? Because this is a team that, under Unai Emery, since he's come in, not just this season, since he arrived at Villa Park, he's turned it around massively. He's got them playing fantastically.
They give you a chance, though. You've seen how crazy they play with the high line.
Yeah.
But they're very good at it. I don't think anyone's caught more teams offside more than Villa. And but the thing is, we've got players up front like Hojlund and Garnacho and Rashford that should have the pace to trouble him. And I think maybe Ten Hag spotted that.
Yeah.
But there's no good being fast and the line being high if you can't time your runs. And if anything, someone like Rashford, as much as a threat he is in behind, he sometimes isn't the greatest when it comes to staying on side. Remember that there was a spell last season where it seemed like weekly games he was offside 3-4 times.
I remember it. I used to have to stand in the middle of the TRA when everyone went berserk at him for it because he used to drive everyone potter.
Which you don't need to do because he's too quick for that. But sometimes it's just about concentration. I think we will get a few opportunities to play in behind. And I do think we're going to get chances against Villa because they do give you chances with the way that they play. But I also think they're going to put us under some serious pressure today with the quality of players that they got. And the area of the pitch that they're strong in, we're not that great defensively in. And if we make it a basketball game against Villa, it could be trouble.
One thing I do like, Ange, about this setup, with Rashford on the right, I know I've just mentioned at St James's he was terrible. Yeah. But we saw it against Galatasaray, I think, in the first half. Rashford down the right, trying to pick out Rasmus Hojlund. It can work. Yeah. In theory, for me, I could see that being a problem for Aston Villa because Marcus Rashford can get down that wing. He can whip a ball in. He's usually used on the right where he's trying to get his shot off. And Rasmus Hojlund, I know he's been feeding off scrums, but we've seen it in the Champions League. He can finish. Yeah. Maybe this is a tactic to try and get him on the ball more.
Something that they probably haven't prepared for because we're not used to seeing Rashford on that side. So I mean, I hope it will work because at this point, the main thing that concerns me is, when it comes to goals, Aston Villa have got quite a few people that can score goals and they have got great quality in that area. And the bottom line is we don't. Yeah. He's not getting that service. So at this point, putting Rashford in there, if this means that he's going to get even just a couple more chances, you have to just take it as a positive at this point because you can't keep relying on Anthony. I know that Anthony against West Ham, he was all right. This is how bad it's got. He was running forward with the ball more than he was turning round with it. Yeah. So there were actually one or two positives that I think we took from it. But we need to change it up. We need something different. But my main issue is I hope that he does get that service. But the bottom line is Aston Villa can score goals and we can't at this point.
That is very true. Our goal scoring record this season has been abysmal. I think we're right near the bottom. Is it 18 Premier League goals or something we've got? Which is
-5 goal difference we've got?
No, 18 Premier League goals.
-5?
Surely that's not. Yeah, it is right. Yeah, it is -5. Yeah, so I think there's only Sheffield United, I think, who've scored fewer goals than us.
They drew to Sheffield United last game at home, which was the first time they dropped points at home, which is weird. But,
because they're on the record-breaking run, aren't they?
But I think that was just a game where they parted the bus, Sheffield United, and they struggled. But United aren't going to do that. I think Villa are going to have more joy playing us than playing against a team that's just going to sit back and frustrate you, because United aren't built to do that and won't do that. And if the game's open, Villa are going to be licking their lips a bit, because I know Ollie Watkins has been on fire a little bit as well.
Been absolutely banging him in, Ollie Watkins. I'll get in some of the comments in the chat. Not a lot of people happy to see Marcus Rashford back in the team, not going to lie to you. Daniel Berry says Rashford is nothing on the right. Nada. Zakiel Barker says Rashford is dead on the right. Mickey Tracy's a little bit more optimistic. Says, boys, we're beating their offside trap 3 times and winning 3-0. Believe up the Reds. Andrew Rose is another one who's not too enamoured of Marcus Rashford. Rashford will be throwing a tantrum on the right as always. No desire to prove the critics wrong. Hey, says Daniel Berry, won't start the game with 10 men now. McTominay's bench. Robert Insea says, lazy player Rashford is back. So a lot of people having a dig at Marcus Rashford. Someone here though with a great comment says, bring back Welbeck in Jan. Yeah, honestly that'd be better than winning a trophy. Well said, Tom Neville. Great comment there. Just looking defensively, Ronnie, you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a bit makeshift. Delow's not a left back, but he's playing on the left. Johnny Evans is 35 years old, although he has been playing quite well. Varane's back in, Wan-Bissaka's back in. How concerned are you, or confident are you in that back 5? Back 4, I should say, and obviously the goalkeeper as well, back 5.
I think 3 of at least Varane, Delo, and Wan-Bissaka can physically match their forward players. But my problem is because they can be quite intricate when they attack central. It's like, do Delo and Wan-Bissaka have these moments, what they often do, where they switch off back post or don't track a runner and things like that? Because against Villa, you need to be extremely concentrated at the back. And I don't see... The only issue is, we're talking about the back 4, but I think defending's a team thing. It's all 11. And I think the work rate up top, outside of Hojlund and Garnacho, is quite poor, usually what we've seen from Rashford.
Yeah.
And you've got Mainoo, who's not a defensive type of midfielder, and he's not exactly the quickest anyway, but he's more on the ball, kind of creative. He seems very Thiago-ish to me.
Yeah.
And then you've got Eriksen, who definitely isn't a defensive midfielder, and then you've got Bruno, who isn't either. I just think it looks like a very offensive midfield 3 with ability and creation in it, but I don't know how much that midfield helps the back 4 in terms of stopping Villa. There's not really a defensive midfielder in that midfield 3, is there? I feel like the back. I look at it,
it's a lot of pressure again on Kobbie Mainoo, isn't it? Because he's probably out of the 3 of them the one who's going to do most of the defensive donkey work there. Whether you think he's a defensive midfielder or not, I'd expect him to be sitting deep. Just on Eriksen, Andrew, I want to speak to you about him because I love Christian Eriksen.
Yeah.
And I thought before the injury against Reading, I thought he was absolutely flying for United, and United were playing some of our best football when he was in the team. You look at some of the performances and the results, he was absolutely smashing it. And he's obviously not been available this season, pretty much all season. Might have played a few, I can't remember, but he's basically not been about, has he? No. And I think we've missed him, but he's kind of gone under the radar a bit because there's a lot been focused on Martinez, a lot of focus on people not scoring goals. How much of a bonus do you think
so many other bad things.
Yeah, there's been so many other bad things. And also, I think it's easy to dismiss Eriksen. People just go, he's one of those players, he's a free transfer. He's not the answer to all our problems. But he's someone who 99 times out of 100 when he's fit, he starts for Manchester United. Yeah. We're just watching, you've got the Scousers here on against Burnley. I think they're going to get another goal, and they have done there. So that wraps that up. That's 2-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to see Eriksen back in the team. I agree with you. I think he is one of those players that does seem to go under the radar, and there's been a lot of, we've had so many different injury issues, so many issues with so many players being, in poor form. So I get what you mean. It's kind of, not that he gets forgotten about, but it's kind of not at the top of the list of all the things that are going wrong and put it that way. So yeah, no, I'm really happy to see him in the team, and I hope that I hope he has a great game. But no, he's definitely one of those names that you look at that you think, at this moment with the squad that we've got, he gets into your starting 11 every time for me. Yeah,
also, Ronnie, I wanted to ask you about Kobbie Mainoo, because he had that mistake, didn't he, at West Ham? Yeah. I was worried tonight that Ten Hag might drop him, and I thought that'd be a bad move because it might get in his head that you've been dropped because you made a mistake, and I don't want him thinking that. I said at the time after that mistake last week, it's not on him. There's 10 other players that I'd be pointing a finger at before I started looking at the 18-year-old who's being asked to do all the donkey work in midfield on his own. Are you pleased to see him back in the team, or do you think it's a good move by Ten Hag?
I'm definitely pleased that he's getting a run of games, because at the moment I think he's been one of our better players in recent weeks.
Agree.
And I know sometimes you look at him and think he's young, he's 18, you don't want to burn him out, put too much pressure on him, play him in too many games. But I think for what we have and the situation that United are in, I don't think we even can have someone like the talent of Mainoo and not play him or try and ease him in, because unfortunately United need all the help they can get. Yeah. And Mainoo's an academy player who's got great amounts of ability and he's played well, so I think you've got to play him. I think in our best team right now, Mainoo is in that, and you're going to make mistakes as a youngster. Sometimes it's just about building that consistency, Obviously, he lost a little bit of concentration when he received the ball there, but at least I look at it as in showing the bravery to get on the ball away at West Ham and try and like get us going and dictate play. So I looked at that and thought, Mainoo, I hope he kind of still keeps that confidence trying to get on the ball, and he doesn't almost like have that in his head. But to be fair, I think after he made that mistake, I think he played the rest of the game like just like he played before it, to be honest. He was
like
still,
it hadn't
like
dented
it had dented his
thing.
confidence. He still looked confident. He still looked like he was trying to get on the ball and make things happen. And I think his character that he did show after it is a great sign.
A few people saying Ronnie's mic's really low. If we can have a look at that, it's either off or low. A couple of people in.
Quiet, though,
yeah, but I think a few people saying that there might be an issue there. So we'll look into that.
Oh, we're just too loud.
What?
We're just too loud.
We're not
mate.
loud.
No.
He's quiet.
Yeah.
Little sort of mumbly mini over here. Speak up, man. Say it with your chest out. Loads of people in the comments in the chat. James Hunsinger says, Jay, Adam's video from the other day was nice. He gave you and Joe a really nice, well-deserved shout-out. Worth a listen. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you. I will listen to that because that was when the Ratcliffe news broke. And I'd sort of done my bit on that, and then I was making a promise that I was going to spend some quality time with the children and wrapping presents as well. So I didn't actually watch Macca's video, but I will do. Nicholas Walker says, I want to see discipline from Bruno tonight. This is a great point. Too often, he runs around like a headless chicken rather than a coordinated press. I love Bruno. I love Bruno's energy, but I think you can love Bruno's energy and admit what Nicholas is saying there is true. The fact that he can lose his discipline a little bit, especially when we're up, the chips are down. When we're 1-0 down or whatever, he starts shooting from 50 yards out or trying 100-yard passes or just doing things, screaming at the referee, and it's just like,
with an
chill out.
On as well. Yeah,
chill out a little bit.
Do you not think more and more people, more and more players throughout the league getting suspended as well now? I know that there's always been that 5 yellow card rule, but I feel like so many players, I feel like every game I've watched in the past 2 weeks, someone's got booked and it's like misses next game.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're just a lot more harsh. They book people for more things. I don't know if it's something to do with the dissent and the time wasted.
At the minute are trying to, kind of execute a little bit more power maybe with everything that's going on, the amount of hate and heat that they are getting with the VAR stuff. Maybe it is a case of, there's more yellow cards at the minute because it's, they're not taking as much crap.
Yeah, because they do have meetings before seasons, don't they? And it seems like they've made a point of like trying to increase
making examples of more
respect of referees,
which I could understand. But the thing that I will never get is when players run around the referee and start screaming like it's not like he's going to say, oh, hang on, let me just take that yellow card back, mate. Now you've screamed in my face.
You know what they say though? They say that's for the next decision. They think like if you put pressure on the referee and he has that doubt in his mind that he might have got that wrong, but he's likely to go your way in the next one.
I think we're just seeing it more and more now though, where it's going to get to a point where if people start doing that, they're just going to start carding them.
Well, did you see there's been a new sort of series of directs on waving a card is a yellow now, and then there was apparently it's always meant to have been a yellow, but it's never been enforced. So they've been talking about referees have been told you got to enforce it. Then they had another sort of reminder because they've not been enforcing it, and a lot of players were waving yellow cards or imaginary cards and getting away with it. And it's like, look, you've got to clamp down on that. Also, dissent is another one where it's like you've got to be stricter with that. We keep hearing these sort of stories and reports that referees are getting reminded, like, look, you can't be stomaching that, you can't be having it. And it's a shame because I think sometimes it's getting rid of the common sense element of football. Like, when a player can lose, like we saw with Delo, great example, Delo at Anfield, lost his head a little bit for 30 seconds, but he's calming down when the referee gives him that second yellow. He's already on his downward trajectory, and it's one instance of him losing his rag. So it's one instance of a yellow card, and then, worst case scenario, you have a little chat with him and say, come here a minute, you've just been booked, calm yourself, 2 minutes ago, you carry on, you're off. But he just went yellow, another yellow straight away. And Delo, to be fair, didn't have time to calm down. He was already on that sort of downward trajectory of calming down.
And then other people can push ball boys and...
Yeah, so who was that? That was...
what's his name?
He was pushing the ball boy. Was it
Newcastle.
Leno? Was it the...
No,
was it the Fulham goalkeeper?
Let me check.
I've not seen that.
Pushed the ball boy.
Was it the Hazard way? Hazard got sent off for it.
Hazard, but Hazard, that ball boy scenario with the one at Hazard at Swansea was weird because that ball boy, that
Fulham
ball boy, I thought it was Leno, the goalkeeper. The ball boy at Swansea, when Swansea played Chelsea, he was like the chairman's son, and he put on social media like he was going to time waste and he was going to do his.
Oh yeah.
So he'd told everyone he was going to do this, and it was it wasn't like he was.
He was like smirking on the floor,
and he got the ball and then like sat on it or leaned on it, refused to give it back, and then Hazard lost his head and basically kicked
this
it.
is the kid that's now like making millions.
His dad was already rich. His dad was the chairman of
and he used his money to get the AU. Is it AU?
Yeah.
So he's not like he was just some normal ball boy. He had form for it, and he was like a bit of a spoiled rich kid.
No, Leno was managed to avoid a second yellow card for pushing a ball boy during Fulham's clash at Bournemouth. Was seemingly unhappy at the time because the boy was taking how long he was taking to hand the ball back, so he decided to push him, and doesn't seem to be
it's
anything.
always a bit of a weird one with ball boys, isn't it? Like, remember that Kyle Walker thing where the ball boy won't give him the ball? He kept giving it him back until he gave it him. Like, he kept just kicking it to his feet, and it was like, really?
We've got the multi-ball rule now, innit?
Where
they just because they're trying to crack down on the time wasting, but also as soon as the ball goes out, it's not like the ball boy has to go fetch it. Sometimes they've already got balls ready just to throw back.
Mourinho was very hot on that one. Like using ball boys like the 12.
To waste time.
If you were like 1-0 down, all the balls would go missing. And he'd be he'd take ball boys away. You'd have like one ball boy running.
I remember watching games
length of the pitch on his own.
I remember watching a game. I don't know if it was Mourinho or someone else where. Obviously, they're trying to score goals or trying to get back in the game, or they're trying to see the game out. No, he's trying to see the game out, actually. And then the ball's gone out, and then the ball boy is like proper got the ball. He's like proper rushing, doing his job. And he's giving the ball back dead fast. And then the gaffer's like fumed at him, saying, "What are you doing?"
Sounds like a Mourinho move. That don't remember it. He basically like lost his job at Chelsea. He fell out with a doctor. Because she wanted to take someone off the pitch when there was already an injury. Because she was like, doing a job as the doctor to look after the players. And he went berserk about that.
Yeah, Leno was later filmed hugging the boy, appearing to apologise. So when he realised the error of his ways, going round pushing kids on Boxing Day.
There's always a little heated moment in it. Do you remember that linesman elbowed Andy Robertson last season?
And
it's like Key called him a baby.
Everyone dislikes Andy Robertson.
I know, but it was a bit like he was a bit innocent. I don't think he deliberately elbowed him. Burnley have lost 2-0 to the Scousers. The Scousers are now top of the Premier League.
He's got a hateable face, Andy Robertson.
He has really one of them. I hated it during lockdown when him and like all the other Liverpool players were doing them like funny tweets and like trying to be entertaining. Like you had James Milner like I'm playing on that sort of boring persona, like I'm measuring the blades of grass in me, and then like Andy Robertson messaging Trent about my assist in the Champions League semi or whatever.
The only one of those types of things that I liked, and it pains me to say it, was the Haaland thing during the World Cup. When he was like cutting the grass and stuff, and like putting like the cutouts of the guys for the free kicks and stuff. He was putting shirts, like De Bruyne's shirt on it and stuff like that, and pains me to say it, but that was the one that I thought was all right. But a lot of them things, they don't land, especially when you dislike them already.
This is what I mean, and it's like they take a sort of half funny joke, like James Milner's boring, and then they run with it to make it unfunny, and it's a bit like...
Doesn't he speak Spanish, like, fluently or something?
James Milner?
Yeah.
Well, why? Like...
Because it's James Milner. He's got nothing else.
No, because like he's never played in Spain, has he?
But was it that there was
I'm not
a
saying
period
there's
where
anything
he
wrong
was
with learning Spanish.
Thank you.
Because I know you speak Spanish, and like the reason I said why is because he's not played in Spain. And he doesn't strike me.
Maybe he was trying to get a move, but I think it was something to do with he was playing with a lot of Spanish-speaking footballers. That was my understanding of it. I'm gonna see if I can find out, but I'm pretty sure.
Right. Okay. DB Cooper says, Jay, I'm curious what Ronaldo and Angie's favourite teddy bears are. They both seem like Teddy Ruxpin types. Do you have a favourite teddy bear, either of you? No?
Are there different brands
I'm not
of
a teddy bear
bears?
guy.
Why are you not?
I don't do inanimate objects like that.
Inanimate?
That's the most bizarre way.
Is it
of
inanimate?
Yeah, inanimate.
What does inanimate mean?
Don't move.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bizarre way to describe a teddy bear. I'm not going to lie to you. But
basically like a pet, I don't move.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Right,
that's what I see it as.
Okay.
Are you a teddy bear person? Do you have a favourite teddy bear?
I don't own any that I can think of. I have one that was given to me when I was born, which is like a bunny rabbit. that I think is still in my house somewhere.
Oh, right, okay.
I think it's still in my bedroom. I think, but yeah, no, that's
not teddy bear. You're not a teddy bear person.
I'm not a teddy bear person.
I'm not. I'm more of a My Little Pony type of guy. Do you know what I mean?
Are you actually?
Oh,
Barbie's Dream House for me. Yeah.
You're not a My Little Pony fan. Rainbow Dash is my favourite. Maybe Applejack. I know she can't fly, but she's
none of that. My little.
Some would say Twilight Sparkle, but she's just overrated.
Was you just trying to do the action?
What?
Was you just trying to do
What's the action of a My Little Pony?
I thought you were just doing like a little mini straddle then.
No, God no. Straddle? Now you're making it weird.
Who are your top 3 My Little Ponies then?
Fluttershy, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash.
Is that down to their personalities, their colours, their what they can do, what they can't do?
Applejack, she's got a funny accent.
Yeah.
And Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash, they're just rowdy, aren't they? They're up for it. Do you know what I mean? It kicks off, they're there.
They'd be from Winton.
You know, exactly. They're like the Weast version of My Little Pony.
Love it.
I'm trying to get the kids into it, but they're just not having it.
Are they not?
No, it's weird. Weirdos.
Yeah.
NC says, Jay is impressed. What?
Careful.
What's this?
Careful.
I don't know, actually. There's a word
first.
here. I don't know what that word is. Sorry, NC. I was going to read that, but then I can't.
Can't read it.
No, because there's a word there's a word that isn't a word there. So you have to write it. Write it again, and I'll read it. Ute Hube says, lost my bet again. Sodding Luton. It's been a lot of coupon busters today. One good coupon buster for a lot of people was the fact that Newcastle got beat at home off.
They're Forest. They're struggling a bit now.
I did not see coming. I mean, Anthony Elanga's doing quite well at Forest, isn't he? But I think with Elanga, right, I just wanted to touch on this because everyone's been talking about it today. And I mentioned
revisionism,
yeah. There's like this thing now of A, we shouldn't have let him go, and B, if he was at United, he'd be doing what he was doing at Forest sort of thing, which is kind of the same thing. But I don't quite, or B, C even, he was doing really well at United, and it's a travesty that he ever went. And I know they're all similar sort of ideas. I think, to be honest with you, with Elanga, I always felt he was managed quite badly.
Yeah.
I thought he came in under Ollie. He had a couple of games. Ollie sort of brought him in, dropped him, brought him in, which is the way you should have deal with a sort of 18, 19-year-old attacking player. And he was like, he did okay, I think, in his debut against Leicester, and he scored a goal. Was it away at Wolves or somewhere he scored? I can't remember. But then when Rangnick came in, I think because Rangnick sort of quite quickly lost some of the dressing room, and certain players like Marcus Rashford, for example, weren't performing anywhere near their levels. He started relying on people like Elanga.
Yeah.
And Elanga did
loved Elanga, didn't he?
He did.
He loved
him.
him.
He started loving him past the point of wisdom. Because
it was getting a bit ridiculous.
When Elanga started struggling, and I think towards the end of Rangnick's season, he went like basically 15 games without goal and assist or whatever it was. He was still getting picked week in, week out, and felt it started to hurt him a little bit. And then under Erik ten Hag, he was obviously he just got cameos, and I did feel for him because when he kept getting brought on towards the end of games, he wouldn't get past two. He just looked like he was lost. I mean, there were certain things Elanga did that were baffling as well. Do you remember?
Did he get a winner against Atletico Madrid?
No, he got the equaliser. Was in that game?
Yeah,
he got the equaliser in Madrid, which I think might have been his last goal for us. But I remember there was a game against Brentford when we were 4-0 down, and Brentford were counter-attacking. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And he ran and got the ball for the Brentford player, threw it to him straight away.
I don't know. He was never
which was just hilarious and amazing.
He's doing well. He's in a team that probably suits him, but he was never a United player.
And that's my.
You can't do revision now. You can't look back on it thinking because he's got a couple of. Because you got a couple of players that weren't deemed good enough here that have gone on and done all right. You've seen Pereira at Fulham.
Yeah, Pereira did quite well that season.
Even Garner at Everton's done all right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think sometimes there's a difference in expectation, but there's also just a massive quality jump sometimes. I think for Nottingham Forest, maybe he's getting a goal, but his performances aren't there. But maybe he's getting more opportunity. Yeah. But then again, you might look at United and think United's just really dysfunctional. So players haven't really thrived much at United in the past few years, actually.
No, I mean, people as well looking at it going, well, he's better than Anthony and all this sort of stuff. And I'm not Anthony's biggest fan, but that's not the point. The point is should Elanga have stayed at United? Would his career carried on the way it's going? Would he have been getting used? Is the answer? I don't know. I don't think so. I think there was a lot going wrong there. Brian Casey says Elanga was never good enough for United. Smaller club and less pressure, and he's standing out. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate on Elanga. I'm glad it's good to see him doing well. I'm just not quite sure if it would have worked out. Dave Harrington says Chris Wood scored a hat trick. We should get him in too. Yeah, did you see that? I mean, yeah. Pressure on Eddie Howe, do you reckon? Or do you think he's all right?
I think he's all right.
the 7th. So if we win today, we'll go above him. That's a big if. So he has struggled, and they got knocked out of Europe early doors.
I think you've just got to realise it's a long-term project. I think people at Newcastle got a little bit too excited and a little bit too ahead of themselves. I think...
You say they needed this humbling?
They needed humbling?
Do you think Everton fans... Not Everton, Newcastle fans
needed humbling?
I've been a bit vocal
I wouldn't
on Twitter,
say
though.
like they needed humbling, but I think...
Do you know what?
But I think you have to be realistic at the end of the day. Like, last season was brilliant for them. But when you throw into the mix the pressures of Champions League football, the pressures that will be coming from the powers that be at Newcastle, you can't... They were never going to be able to do the same thing in the Premier League that they did last season with those extra games. I actually think, as much as I would have liked to have seen them continue in Europe, I think for Newcastle it's probably a good thing that they don't have that pressure anymore. And then maybe they can start picking up the pace a little bit. But I think, you know, if they can still be getting Europa League football at the end of this season, then I think Eddie Howe should be all right, because they can't seriously think that they'd be getting top 4 every single season now and competing in the Champions League.
Well, he might have made a rod for his own back, you know. I understand what you're saying. I'm kind of with Ronnie. You all right, son?
Yeah, I'm just trying to sort out my auntie and let's go on.
Family dramas.
I'd got the game in it.
Yeah, I think because they've got top 4 now. They've got that taste of the Champions League football, and I think Newcastle fans are amongst some of the... I love Ethan James, by the way, who works here, but some of the Newcastle fans online do my head in. Like, for starters, they think they've got this rivalry with us, which just doesn't exist. Like, Newcastle are way down the pecking order in terms of clubs that I hate on, or that United fans care about, but they haven't really got any rivals, because Sunderland are in the Premier League, Middlesbrough in the Premier League.
So they're just looking for one.
And it feels like they're trying to force something with United fans. I do think there's this nonsense as well with Newcastle, where it's like, oh, they deserve credit because they're such good fans, because they've waited, you know, they've not won a trophy in 60 years, whatever it is. And I think, well, they haven't really got a choice. Like, Newcastle's the only club in Newcastle. So unless you're just going to sort of...
And there were periods where that stadium was looking pretty empty.
Yeah,
it's not like it was full to capacity during those dark days. Call a spade a spade, yeah.
It's not like they've all decided to support another club down the road that's worse. They're like, Newcastle is the
But
the
I think
only club
anybody's
in that city.
fans would be good if you had a huge influx of money and you got to a cup final and you got top 4. I think anyone would. Do you know what I mean?
The same thing with City, didn't we?
I don't
People
think
saying
it's
like,
that much
City
of an
fans deserve
amazing...
credit.
Yeah,
And
it's
like,
not that much of an amazing feat to support your club when they're doing really well.
No, it's not. And also, this whole, like, if your club doesn't win trophies, you deserve a pat on the back. There's literally millions of fans in the world, and also in England, whose clubs aren't in the Premier League, who never get to cup finals, who never get in Europe, who have nowhere near players of the calibre of some of the players that Newcastle have had, the Les Ferdinands, the Alan Shearers, players like that. So David Ginolas. So I just find the whole narrative around Newcastle. And also as well, and they do it with all these sports washing clubs, when they start doing well, it's like they just ignore the reasons that they're doing well, a lot of the media, and it's like, oh, it's a great story, isn't it, this Newcastle? No, it's not.
But the amount of money that they've got and everything, they should have been doing well. I just loved the Amanda Staveley when she was saying, like, oh, we're going to win the Champions League, we're going to win this, we're going to win this. Like, it was a bit much, that, wasn't it? I think we got a bit carried away with ourselves, but I'm not expecting top 4 from them, and I think if they get Europa League football, I think that they should feel very happy with that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I didn't see Eddie Howe being the long-term option for them.
No,
I didn't think
he won't be. He'll get them to a certain level, I think, and then that'll be...
I did think that he'd come in for a few years. You sorted yet, bro? Are you still...
I don't know, because I might go and finish sorting and come back.
Is this tickets by any chance, or is it just? Oh, right, I'll leave you to it. Yeah, I've had a right headache lately with tickets. You don't want to know. I might need 5. Do you know what I mean? Okay, bro. If you got to go and do something, go and do it. I just feel like Eddie Howe come in for a few years,
steady the ship,
kept them up, and then they bring in someone else who's a bit better.
Yeah, get them to a point where they're kind of regular contenders for European football in some level, in that position, like the kind of like top 6 of the table, maybe.
Yeah.
Get them to that point where that's close to the norm for them, and then he'll sail off and get another job, I would imagine.
I've got some quotes, if I can bring them up, from the pre-match stuff. So Erik ten Hag on the updates. We can see the team there. A lot of you may be going, well, where is Luke Shaw? And Erik Ten Hag said, minor injury for Luke Shaw after West Ham. Raphael Varane and Christian Eriksen are back, so this is positive. Obviously, you can see them. He also said, if you want to win, you have to score. It's a bold statement, but it's one that maybe some of his team could do with listening to, seeing as we haven't scored for 360 minutes. We have created chances, even one-on-ones, so we have to net. Erik Ten Hag on Sir Jim Ratcliffe's investment. I was kept informed during the whole process. I know what is going on, but my focus is on the game. I had contact, but it wasn't allowed during the process, but I know what they want. Also, Erik Ten Hag says you can't put everything on Hojlund. We have Rashford, Garnacho, Fernandes, Eriksen and McTominay. They are all players that have to take responsibility to score. I want to ask you about Rasmus Hojlund, because he's weird one, Hojlund. No goals so far in the Premier League is awful.
Not good,
I'm not, I love the kid. I think he's good. But let's not sugarcoat. His record in the Premier League is terrible, but I don't think it's all on him.
No, you can't put it all on him.
No, I think he has had a criminal lack of service.
Yeah.
I mean, he has got usually one of Rashford and Garnacho on the left, whose main goal when they get the ball is to try and get a shot off, and Anthony on the right, whose main goal when he gets the ball is to try and get a shot off. Very rarely looking to pick him out, and he's been feeding off utter scraps.
Yeah.
So I do feel for the kid. Plus, he's 20 years old, coming in to lead the line at Manchester United. He's only got like 20-odd goals, I think, or 30-odd goals in his entire career. So it was a big ask. Ideally, you would have brought in for me a Harry Kane and a Rasmus Hojlund.
Yes,
I know that's
exactly.
sort of, living in dream world, but that's the way it should have been done. So I do feel for him, but there is a small part of me that thinks, with all that being said, sooner or later he's got to start finding the net. He's got to take small amount of responsibility, if it's not all on him.
I get what you mean. It's a bit of a tricky one, because on one hand I totally agree with you in that the service he gets is absolutely horrendous. You're 20 years of age, you come into a club like Manchester United, the amount of pressure that is on this kid, it's not even like he can breathe a sigh of relief because they have somebody else that can kind of, like paper over the cracks a bit. It's not like you can really trust Anthony Martial to be coming in and like picking up your slack and things. Whereas if you had somebody like, say in Dreamland, a Harry Kane or something, you can ease your way into your career at Manchester United being so young, because the pressure isn't all on you. But at the same time, he's not scored a goal in the Premier League. So there is definitely, I would say, like 30% of the responsibility. Maybe a bit more. Maybe I'm being a bit nice, I don't know. But like, he has to take a percentage of it, 100%, because at the end of the day, it's your feet. You need to score the goals. It's not happening. But it's not like it's been the easiest for him. And it's not like we're sat here every week watching, like 20 chances for him. No. And he's just like, scuffing them all and messing them all up. So
no, do you know what it is? You make a good point there, because the thing with someone like a Harry Kane, I think if Harry Kane came into this side, Harry Kane would be like demanding the ball, and if he wasn't getting any service after like the first 1 or 2 games, there'd be a team meeting about it.
He has the experience to
and he'd
make
be going,
those calls.
What is going on here? Why am I getting no service? Why am I getting no crosses? I'm having to drop deep all the time to get the ball. It's completely unacceptable. And I think there'd be a bit of a sort of, something to be done about it. I think with Hojlund, he gets ignored. You can see him, he's shouting at players. Even Diogo Dalot against Bournemouth gets down that wing, and he's at an impossible angle. He's in the angle that sort of Mark Hughes scored from against Barcelona in 1991. Probably even tighter than that. And he's having a shot. And and he goes in the side netting when Hojlund's just there. You think, what are you doing? Why are you doing that?
It's selfish. So, we do see selfish moments from play. I don't want to, have a go at Garnacho, but we have seen selfish moments from him as well. And I think
I love Alejandro Garnacho, but he's very greedy.
Yeah, very greedy. So
I think the kid's amazing. Yeah, but I completely agree with you. I think he's a greedy lad who, as soon as he gets the ball, he's got one thing and one thing alone on his mind, and that is just to try and get his shot off. So I think that it is a little bit of a funny one for Hojlund, where you kind of go, okay, on paper it looks terrible, and I know rival fans are having a field day with it, but it's not all on him.
And I'm glad that Ten Hag has come out. I mean, some of his comments, he came out after the West Ham game saying that we'd played well, didn't he?
Started on the Christmas brandy early.
That was painful hearing some of the stuff that he said after that game, I'm not going to lie. But I do like the fact that he's come out and said, there are other people that have to take responsibility. Like, it's not just all on this kid. It's not like he's throwing Rashford and Co under the bus. He's just calling it as it's very clear to see from everybody, which sometimes he's really not been doing that. It does seem like he's living in dreamland. So I'm glad that he was, in reality, kind of saying that, it's not all on him, because it's not.
We've got a stat there that's just come up. Rasmus Hojlund's missed 9 big chances in the Premier League this season. Obviously, that's not great. But he's a young lad. You can see the abilities there.
But how many chances has he had as well?
That's what I mean. Missing 9, spread out over the course of 18 games, whatever it is. It's not the end of the world. And also, let's not forget, he's banged them in the Champions League. He's scored against Bayern Munich, which isn't easy. Also, just before I forget, we have a few tickets left for our event on the 28th of this month. We're in Dublin. Me, Howson, McCullough, Joe, Webby and Wes Brown, we're all going to be there. We're going to be on the stage. We're going to have a chat with Wes Brown. We're going to do a bit of a live podcast. We're meeting everyone. We did it last year. It was great. Love all the Irish fans over there. So come down. If you can get down there, if you're in Dublin, there's a link I've just put in the chat, and there should be a link in the description as well. Come and meet us. Come and have a laugh with us. Come and watch the show. It'll be a really good night. And hopefully we can either, drown our sorrows or celebrate a win over at Aston Villa. But yeah, come down if you can. It's in the Red Cow in Dublin. There's still some tickets available, but there's not many because it's only a couple of days away. So have a look at that link that I've just put in the chat there and get yourself down there. Brian Casey, yes, Jay, can't wait for the event in Dublin. Should be epic. Yes, it's pinned in the chat there, so go and check it out. Yes, we're going to be in Dublin again. We've only ever done about 2 live shows, and I think we've both been in Dublin. We do like going to Dublin.
Yeah, can we not expand it to some, warm European climates or something?
Yeah, well, you can get involved. You can be.
I'll be there. Yeah.
You speak Spanish, don't you?
Yeah. Can we not get a Madrid or a Barcelona? Because there's loads of Man United fans there, isn't there? Obviously, because there's not many big teams in Madrid and Barcelona.
Yeah,
so
they all support United.
Yeah, so I feel like we can get something there. Yeah, get down there.
After we drew with Atletico and
I
Barcelona
think it's a great
last few seasons, that's just turned them all into some big United fans.
Just like a disclaimer, because some people will actually think I'm being serious. Probably I am joking 100%.
Clip that up. Can we clip that up and get it on socials?
Angelina thinks that Madrid and Barcelona is full of United
you'll have
fans.
all the right wing trolls going, look, this is why women shouldn't be around football.
You know what? I'll fight that, because I did live in Madrid for a year. So if I want to say that there's United fans in Madrid,
you speak from experience, because you were
go.
one of them. Good five. John Shin in the chat says, if you're near Dublin, go get yourself them tickets. Go get them tickets and get yourselves there. Yes, love John Shin. He could be in Manchester soon, I think. I was chatting to him a few weeks ago, and he said he's going to come over here, because he came over here, John Shin. The nicest guy in the world, genuinely top lad. We had a right laugh with him over in America. We met up with him when we was over there for the tour, and it was just it was quality. Great to see. Just going into this game now.
Yeah.
I think we've got, is it Forest on the 30th? Is that the next game, I want to say?
I think so.
But there's not, there's I think once we get into January, I think there's only 2 games, maybe 3 if we beat Wigan in the FA Cup. There's not many games coming up, my point is.
Yeah.
Last game at Old Trafford until January the 14th, I think, against Spurs. How big a win is it if we get a win today, or how big a loss is it if we lose? How big a game is this? Is probably the easy way of saying this.
This is a massive game. I mean, say what you want, as much as, don't get me wrong, obviously love Man United. I want us to be favourites going into every game, but realistically, when you look at Aston Villa, there's a strong argument that we're not the favourites, because Aston Villa have been playing so well. In my opinion, I think, obviously, I understand, we're at Old Trafford, we are still Manchester United, but based on current performances and form, you have to, for me personally, I do slide slightly towards Aston Villa. And the point that I made about, the likelihood of them getting goals compared to us, I hope I am proven wrong. I think this is a massive game. I think it would be a brilliant win for us. With Aston Villa, on the track that they're on, I think it would be great to kind of, knock them a little bit. I think it would give us a lot of confidence. And like you say, you've then got a little bit of breathing space before the next home game to just kind of let that digest. So I think it would be brilliant. I know that we spoke after the West Ham game, talking about if we did lose this game, what does it mean? What would it mean for Erik ten Hag? I don't think it would be curtains for him, but I think it's a massive game for him, and I think it would give him a little bit of breathing space as well. So it's absolutely, you never would have thought that you'd be saying a win against Aston Villa would be huge, but it is.
I just want to ask you before we get into the game, I'm going to go through the team again in a minute, and please hit that like button, people. I think we've got over 2,600 people watching, not even got to 500 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Smash a like. It helps with all sorts of stuff that goes above my head, but it is a positive for us if you can give us a like. I wanted to ask you about Sir Jim Ratcliffe.
Yes.
Because it's been announced now, it's official that he's taking this 25%. There was all these sort of arguments going around over the last few months about whether it was going to be Sheikh Jassim, whether it was going to be Sir Jim Ratcliffe. A lot of people wanted to see Sheikh Jassim, they felt that was going to be, we were going to get more signings, a bit better stadium, all this other stuff that people wanted to see. Me personally, I'd said at the time I wasn't too keen on the whole sports washing side of things. I've criticised City, PSG, and more recently Newcastle for it. I didn't want my club going down that route.
Yep.
We've got Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He did a statement today, I think, a bit of a letter to Must. Obviously, some people are criticising him and saying, well, the Glazers are still here, what have you. But my sort of take on it is that I feel it's a positive in the sense that any day where the Glazers have got less of the club and someone else who seems to have a plan has got more is a good one. He seems to have an idea of what he wants to do, bringing in the right
Always
people.
Helpful.
But and also the fact that he's at least having a dialogue with the Manchester United Supporters Trust is a step in the right direction. But I have to remain cautious about all this. I'm not getting carried away and thinking this guy's our saviour.
No.
But for me, it seems like it could be a positive step.
I just feel it's really, really, to take it as, and I know a lot of people are being really, really negative about this, and this is like for the first time in how many years that we've actually had something that's a bit of good news in, like you say, there's less of the Glazers are owning a little bit less. I know it's a little bit, and I'm not expecting miracles, but you've got to surely take this as a step in the right direction and some kind of positive, how much of the footballing operations, he is going to be taking charge of, I guess it remains to be seen, but the impression they're giving is that he's going to have a massive say in that. How much 25% gives you in a say, you don't know, but it's that footballing people, the names that are being circulated that could be involved now, that could have seats, you've got to take that as a positive. It's people, believe it or not, to actually get people that know about footballing decisions and are going to have a lot more football intelligence when it comes to making some big decisions. I think you've got to take that as a positive. I think also, I like the fact that in these statements, the women's team have been mentioned as well. Yeah. Because, unfortunately, call it how you will, I'm not going to get into a debate of men's and women's football, but, the women's team is smaller. And maybe, the rate that women's football, is growing and the popularity of it, it's snowballing now. Maybe this could also help the women's team. We've lost quite a couple of big players. Mary Earps is not going to be a Manchester United player for much longer. No. Reportedly, they're in negotiation. Maybe something like this could even help the women's team in certain circumstances. So I personally, you have to take it as a positive. I cannot sit here and take that as a negative because it will destroy my soul. Do you know what I mean? You've got to take it as a positive, and I just feel like this is, at least, even if it's a baby step, it is a step in the right direction. This saga for 13 months, has it been? Yeah. The longer that it was going on about this sale, the more I never thought that they were going to sell. The more that it was going on, I wasn't feeling very hopeful that we were going to get a sale, let alone the type of sale that, we wanted, let's be honest. So yeah, I'm feeling positive, and I think you've got to give it a chance. We can't sit here and start slating it and hating on it and blah, blah, blah until we give it a chance. And, we also have to be realistic. It's not like Old Trafford's going to get knocked down tomorrow and a brand new stadium's going to pop up because, it's not even remotely the amount of money that is going to help sort that out. But yeah, I just feel like we've got to take it as a positive.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think at the moment, if anything else comes out where you go, okay, that's not what was promised, or this doesn't seem right, then I do feel like when Sir Jim Ratcliffe was first suggested as a Manchester United owner, and I dug out a video we did with Kieran Maguire from, I think, May 2022. So a long time ago, when he first suggested it, and he said, look, when it was around the time that Sir Jim Ratcliffe had put a bid in for Chelsea, he said, look, don't get too worried about that because that bid is low, and also
it was a strange
like a signal
one
to the Glazers, like, look, I'm up for buying a club. But I don't want to get too carried away and go, he's answer our problems, but there does seem to be a lot of positive noises. I know Jamie Jackson did a story today saying that I think 300 jobs are under threat at United, and people go, well, is that a good thing? But I do expect him to make some decisions that might seem like tough decisions, but also might seem like decisions that, I'm never up for someone losing a job.
Of course not, yeah.
But there are going to be changes, and some of those changes you might look at and go, well, why has he done that, or whatever.
Do we know what kind of jobs?
I don't know. I hate doing a sort of ham-fisted analysis of it. All I can tell you is what was reported, and I read a report, I think it might have been The Guardian, forgive me if I get that wrong. It could have been anywhere else, I can't remember. But it was saying that basically United have more staff than any other Premier League club. We have like 1,200.
Even the amount of scouts and stuff, it is like. It's
I mean, that'd worry me
number.
if it was like he was going right. I'm going to get rid of, I don't know, say youth team coaches or something. I presume it's admin, and some of my family work at United, so I don't want to see them losing the job. But you'd have to wait and see what this means. But he's going to change things. He's going to shake things up. We know Manchester United have been run shambolically over the last 18 years, so I would be very surprised if he came in and just went pretty much more of the same.
Yeah.
There's going to be changes.
There's going to be some painful situations that we're going to have to go through, and some painful, maybe call it teething problems. I don't know, but there's, like you say, if he came in and was like, yeah, everything's all right, I don't really think I've got much work to do here, then it would be red flag central. So.
Marquis Yancey says, I know it's not related, but we're arguing about Jay's ethnicity in my house. Really? Sounds like
not mine as well.
Yeah, sounds like an argument I have in my own house, to be honest with you, son. I mean, I am mixed race. I've got a little bit of everything in me, to be honest with you. I've got family from the West Indies, family from Ireland, family from England, family from Asia. So I'll let the arguments continue. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, keep it going.
Have a heated debate. I'm all for it. Basically, you get them forms and it's like you can tick boxes and mix. I can spend all day on them if I wanted to. But yeah, it's quite an interesting argument. Argue about that until you get arguing about the football later.
Yeah, I have to pick between two boxes for me.
Is it mixed white and Caribbean?
So it's
that's my usual
mixed,
go-to.
Yeah, I normally go mixed and black Caribbean, but I am also African as well.
Oh, are you?
So it's like I feel like tight, like I'm picking a side. So really I should. I've not got time to write it all out, I'll be honest, but really it should be other white, black, Caribbean and black African. Yeah, because I feel like I'm doing my grandmother dirty a bit. So.
See, I'm a bit like that. I feel like, I've got an Asian grandparent and I feel like I'm just ignoring them.
Yeah, that's how I feel, yeah.
Like, there's no, I'd be like, maybe I'll just put other, I have got,
Yeah, by the way, the great aunties
you know what I mean?
from,
can we just get that established?
It is a bit, yeah.
Dylan N says Jay's North Korean.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry, right, cucumber milk, you're getting put in a timeout because you're just spamming with cucumber milk, and I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
Is it rude? I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably
I don't want to know. Can we Urban Dictionary it, please?
Yeah. Marquis Yancey says, where are you from, mate? I'm from Eccles. I'm just from Winton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're from different worlds.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're only down the street from each other, but really when I say Winton and Eccles are different worlds. If you're ever in Manchester, take a drive round and you'll see the difference.
This is what I mean, right? Sometimes when I used to live in Earlham. And sometimes when I do the Radio Manchester or whatever, they'll say Jay from Earlham. No, not anymore.
They don't normally say Winton with me because I changed it to Worsley, didn't I?
Worsley.
No, to be fair, I prefer to just stick with Salford.
Salford's.
Yeah, I'm happy with Salford.
Yeah, we've got Ange from Salford. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with that. No, I hear that. It's just you can't say Greater Manchester because that sounds too vague. Winton is a bit niche. I know some people aren't Winton.
Yeah, people
don't
know.
Worsley.
Listen, in London, no one's got a clue.
Yeah.
People even struggle with Salford because most Londoners call it Salford because they don't
Jermaine Jenas did that. Do you remember when Salford played Northwich Victoria, whatever it was, in the FA Cup first round? It was on the telly, and he kept going Salford. Right, Ronnie's back. Are you okay?
So sorted, man.
Yeah. Have we got you for the full your attention and everything? No, but be serious. If you've got anything to sort out. Don't get me wrong. The amount of times I've left the Watchalong to go make calls.
Some people had to do it.
Yeah.
Usually my goal, really.
Yeah.
But now I'm good now.
All right, good. I'm glad to hear that, brother. We'll just talk about ethnicity, Ronnie. Someone said they're arguing about my ethnicity in their house, and me and Andrew are explaining we're both from mixed race backgrounds that we have a lot of boxes to tick. Is yours sort of straight down the line? Have you got a?
Just one box.
It's
Jamaican.
That's it.
I'm first generation as well.
You're actually eligible, aren't you, for the Jamaican national team?
Yeah, first generation.
And I say that because were you approached?
Yeah. My mum and dad are both born in Jamaica, so they call you first generation.
Yeah.
So I broke it. So I'm literally nothing else but that, really. I don't think there's anything other than Jamaican quite far down my lineage.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive, man.
I broke the mold.
So some years from now, in about 200 years, someone will be on Who Do You Think You Are, and they'll be going back to a heritage, and you'll be like their great granddad, and they'll be on that.
First generation.
Who's the first generation?
Do you know what I mean?
Class.
Yeah, nice one. BMW Racing 1974 says, "I'm the whitest man in Ireland." There you go. Sounds like a film title, that.
or a docu series.
Or a docu-series, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else, Marquis Yancey says, moving to Manchester soon, we'll have to collab, Jay. I'm always up for a collaboration. Everyone takes
in Eccles.
In Eccles.
Yeah.
No, everyone takes a mick out of me. Oh, big shout out to Real Reds Talk as well. The Eccles, massive. They're doing well on their podcast. They always takes a mick out of me because, like, if someone's got a podcast and they invite me on, I usually just say, yeah.
Good karma.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think that's
I just
alright.
think, who am I like to say no to people?
Yeah, you say
Not
that
big
now.
time, do you know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll see.
and also,
you
I've been
never
on the other
forget
side of
about the little people, do you?
Hence the reason I've got two of them on this channel tonight.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I always reach out, do my bit for the community.
Outreach.
We'll get Winton and Fallowfield on here, don't worry.
Yeah.
Is it Fallowfield? I always say Fallowfield. I don't even know that's right. Your area? Fallowfield?
Fallowfield.
Yeah. Good.
Not Worsley.
Right, when I used to live in Partington, I used to say South Cheshire.
No, sure.
Only when you're chatting to someone from Altrincham or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I live in South Cheshire.
I remember
whereabouts?
when I was
Partington.
a little bit younger. Actually, when I first went to Loughborough, I was still living in Moss Side at them times. Whenever people used to ask me where I was from near the north, I always used to say somewhere else. I always used to say like Chorlton.
Moss Side. Moss Side.
or
When I was
somewhere else,
growing
just
up,
so I wasn't really.
and when I went to London, Moss Side had a name,
Yeah.
and not a nice one.
Still does in London. Yeah.
Moss Side is like
They think
probably
it-
the most famous town in Manchester.
So I used to
For the
lie.
wrong reasons
I used
as
to-
well.
so now a lot of people did that back in the day, where if you're from Moss Side and you went out of town, or you'd say you were from somewhere else in Manchester, but
No. Would you know what I say, like Moss Side with your chest out sort of thing? Moss Side, man, what?
couldn't be honest.
I might
It's
start
just
doing
about
that.
to kick off. The players are taking the knee.
You do
Get
it
involved
anyway.
in the chat in the comments. Give us your score predictions quickly. Ronnie, give me yours.
I think it's going to be. You can't predict a loss, can you?
No, but you can do what you want.
Whenever I feel like I'm going to lose, I say score draw. So 2-2.
Right, 2-2 to Ronaldo. Ange?
I said on the preview something like a 2-0 loss, didn't I? So I'm going to try and be a bit more positive. I'll go with the drive as well, 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
I think tonight's going to be the night for Rasmus Hojlund. I think we'll win. And I think he'll get a hat-trick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. I hope you're right.
Why not?
Yeah.
Garnacho's just
So
on the ball.
Garnacho's on the right then. And
And then it's Marcus on the left.
Rashford on the left.
So that's just negated my my talk about what happened against Galatasaray.
Yeah.
But is that offside? It's still on. No. Bruno
What's
here.
that?
About United, looking lively, but obviously it's only 30 seconds in.
Quite a big side.
Yeah, they've got some lads, haven't they?
Yeah.
That's a decent ball, that.
Yeah, we offside there.
Yeah. United starting brightly, got into the final third quite quickly there, but it's
Starting
too,
with the front foot a little bit there.
FPL Mikel, I will get some of the super chats as well. I know a lot of you put them in and we've just been waffling. Well, I've been waffling. So I'll get into them. In fact, let me start from the beginning. Levi Pegler says, looking forward to seeing Mainoo and Casemiro midfield behind Bruno once he's back and hopefully fit again. Obviously meaning Casemiro. Team plus Martinez, short, etc. be okay. I'm looking forward to seeing Martinez back. I think he's the most important player we've got. FPL Mikel says, thoughts on January window. Better to let the new football structure take place and do proper analysis and planning for summer over desperate January deals, ? Ronaldo, do you agree with that?
I 100% agree. I think there just needs to be a huge change in the way we operate and do things in the January transfer window, but I'm still concerned that there will be at least one panic buy alone. I saw some people joking earlier saying after today we're going to get Chris Wood in on loan.
Right. Well,
that's
actually
that's his
the
second
kind of thing that.
And then I saw because that's his second Premier League hat trick. I think.
Really?
I think he got one for Burnley as well.
That's not.
I don't know. I don't think there's many people that have had 2 hat tricks with different teams in the Premier League.
Right. Okay. Who's had 2 hat tricks with different teams in the Premier League? Who do you reckon? I'd say one obvious one is Shearer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shearer.
That's a tap in.
Did
Ian Wright do one for West Ham?
Not sure. I reckon. He might be the only like.
Right. Robbie Fowler, did he do one for Leeds and for?
Did Michael Owen do one for United?
Michael Owen did one against Wolfsburg for United. I don't know if he did one for.
Okay.
He would have done one for. He did one for Liverpool. Lukaku. That's a
Lukaku
shout.
maybe.
Did he? Lukaku did one. No. Lukaku did one for West Brom against us.
Yeah.
So he must have done one for
someone that's played for a few big teams. So I think Sturridge.
Robbie
maybe.
Keane.
Daniel Sturridge.
Daniel Sturridge. Robbie Keane. Raheem Sterling's not a bad shout. Has he done it?
I don't.
Yeah, let me have a look.
Angie's on there.
Multiple hat tricks.
Someone will find out.
Rooney.
So we'll
Andy
find-
Cole. Andy Cole, obviously, great shout. Forgive me for not saying
we'll
that.
find out in the
RVP, another one.
Van
Sheringham.
Persie.
Kanchelskis for us and Everton, very good. That's Kanchel's got a hat trick against City, of course.
Now, it doesn't tell me if they got them for different clubs or anything, but Robbie Fowler did get 9 hat tricks in the Premier League. So, Berbatov.
I think
Berbatov.
maybe
Berbatov
Tottenham
got
and
one
United.
for us
Yeah, Tottenham
against
and
Blackburn,
United.
didn't it? And the Scousers, of course.
Van
that.
Persie.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he got 9 out.
Sterling.
Yeah. Villa's attacking here.
I think he got 9.
Defoe.
Portsmouth and Tottenham. Sunderland maybe as well.
Sparky. I'm not sure about Sparky. I don't know if he got a Premier League hat trick for us. Tevez. Did he?
United
Did
and City.
Tevez
He
get
got
a hat trick
4.
for United? He did it. And he got one in the League Cup against Blackburn.
He got 4 in total. But yeah, well, a few names there.
Yeah, Tevez, Torres. Miles says Defoe. Declan Laird says Torres. Hemswawi, Taman says Peter Crouch. Welbeck says FPL. Mikel. I love Danny Welbeck.
Did he get
but
one for Brighton?
I don't think he has got a hat trick for Arsenal. I know he did. I think he got one for Arsenal in the Champions League against Galatasaray.
I think he's had at least a brace, but maybe not a trick for Brighton.
Premier League hat tricks aren't that common.
They're not very common, no.
Like people think that. I know we've had a few this season, but
I think how many hat tricks has Haaland got already?
He's got 5.
5 already in a season, and a bit.
The fuck? I know. It's just cheat code.
He should have more as well. The amount of chances I see him miss.
York says Chucky, a musician 47. Yeah, I think York he must have got a hat trick for Villa, and he must have got a hat trick. I'm sure he got a hat trick for us against Arsenal, didn't he?
Yeah.
Someone else saying Dion Dublin, your mate, the Edge Runners. Dion's your mate, innit? Hey,
My Bubba.
Aye, we need to get him on the channel. I think he's ace, Dion.
I did ask him.
He's one of my favourite people.
I asked him, and he said he did. You know when people make out like they actually consider it, but he definitely isn't.
Yeah.
That's what
I think it's weird for him, because he's not like the most famous thing he did at United was get injured, so we bought Erik, and that's harsh on him because I think he was a
and
decent lad, and
he seems proper unbothered, doesn't he?
Yeah, he got I think he got us our first Premier League win actually away at Southampton.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali says J Mottershead is 1/8 Stretford Paddock Ian. Very good. Brian Casey says Stan Collymore. Yes, I think that's a great shout. I think Collymore did. Ricky Murray.
Fernando Torres.
Yep. Here's one for you then, Ange. Ricky Murray says Les Ferdinand scored a hat-trick for 3 teams.
Jesus.
Leave it with
Can
me.
you name the
Baller.
teams?
Newcastle.
I presume so.
Tottenham.
You
I think
so?
Sterling's got quite a few for different teams as well.
I think
from what I'm reading here.
I think
Les Ferdinand. So we've got one
QPR.
for QPR.
Yeah.
Another one for
Spurs.
I've not come across that one
Newcastle.
yet. Everton.
You just go on for Everton.
Who?
Les Ferdinand, Everton.
She's before my time. I went out for Les Ferdinand just for
In
Newcastle.
1993.
No, that must have been against Everton.
Les Ferdinand never played for
Yeah,
Everton.
he didn't play for Everton.
Oh wait, no, yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
read
sorry.
that wrong.
Because I only
know.
he's before
I
my
I used to
time.
be a big fan of Les Ferdinand.
He's before my
until he went to
time.
Newcastle.
Ignore me, I can't read.
Before my time. I just know he played for Tottenham and
Right, here you go. One football. We've got a thing. Hey?
One football.
Right, so I've got this
good
Newcastle.
time.
there's
Yeah?
Premier League players who've scored. Don't look. I'm going to quiz you.
I've already
Yeah.
been reading it though.
Oh, right, yeah.
I haven't
I
read
should
it.
be
I haven't
quizzing
read it.
you lot.
Yeah.
I haven't read it. I
And
love
they
a
scored
quiz.
a hat-trick for 3 different Premier League clubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
So-
going Raheem Sterling as one of them.
I haven't come across him yet.
Lukaku, Daniel Sturridge.
There's one here that you won't get, or you might not get, but you should. Because I think one of them might have been against us. Feed the yak and he will score.
Yakubu.
Yeah. Blackburn, Everton and Portsmouth. Mate.
What?
Also,
Yakubu, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the era of the number 9s, those Barclays number 9s. Yeah.
he's pure
I think
backlist.
you wrote this article.
Of course you can.
at the
It's
end.
written by... it just says the Football Faithful. I don't know.
Oh no, it's not.
Also Teddy,
Yeah.
Sheringham United and Portsmouth. In case you're wondering, by the way, Villa have just got a corner.
Yeah, I was going to say, we literally spoke nothing about the game in 7 minutes.
Sorry, we'll get back to this.
Quizzing it.
There's a couple there. But yeah, loads of people in the chat. Sterling got a few, Michael Owen maybe. Hit that like button, people. Let's get to 1,000 likes. We're on 470. Don't forget as well, there's a pinned link in the chat. A pinned chat. We're going to be in Dublin the day after tomorrow. If you're in Dublin, come and see us. Me, Howson, McCullough, and Joe Smith, and also Wes Brown, the hardest man in all the town. Come and see us. Hit that like button as well. If you're not subscribing to the channel, subscribe. Villa with a corner now. I'm just going to...
Oh, shoot.
Ericsson spelt wrong on the graphic, by the way. Producer Ollie. Someone's just pointed that out.
That means he's gone from Denmark to Iceland, isn't it?
That. Oh, that's poor. That Haaland.
Poor that, but I feel like
Haaland.
he didn't need to fire it like that.
Yeah, to be fair, Rashford did level at him quite hard.
He sort of controlled it, but I feel like it wasn't the right pass.
This is like a weird setup here because
it's like a different pressing setup, innit?
Yeah, because it looks like the way they've set up here.
They've started in the middle.
Yeah, you've got Marcus down the middle, behind Hojlund, alongside Ericsson. We've got Garnacho on the right, and Bruno almost on the left.
Got to be pressure. We've won the ball back a few times here, but I don't know if you've made the most of it.
Garnacho run into trouble there. He got tackled.
It's been a bit of a huffy puffy start.
Yeah, it's not really been.
Not been any quality either way, but it's been. We've at least looked at on the front foot a little bit more than we usually are. I think was it against West Ham we started pretty bright as well, and then just kind of faded off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of what we do.
Yeah, Villa have been very sloppy on the ball, and we're nicking it. Ben Dunker. They don't have Kamara in their team. Now he must be suspended. I'm looking at their bench compared to ours. They've got a few game changers. I don't think there's many on our team.
No, there isn't. Just looking at United's bench, Anthony is an attacker, but he's not one who's exactly giving you lots of goals and assists. Ditto Palestri. Delow's with that, fired it in there. It's looped in. Ericsson, decent effort, but straight at the keeper.
Effort's got to be really good against him now. He's a bit of a nutter, but he's a shot stopper. Yeah. Comfortable, that. Decent technique on our
They get a little touch off the defender.
Curly-whirly.
Lee Rots9 says all players need to focus, but this game will rely mainly on Bruno, Mainoo and Onana. If even one of them switches off, they're in here, Villa.
That was fucking good defending by Johnny Evans. That looked scary. Yeah. That was way too easy from Delow, but I think Delow's expecting him to cut inside.
Leon Bailey.
Talking about Jamaica.
We were linked with him, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about Jamaica.
Quite a few people
Jamaican,
in this team we've been linked with.
Yeah.
People have said that about Villa and West Ham, saying in their recruitment they've been waiting to see who the big clubs are trying to be interested in, and then they go buy him.
And then sweeping them up, yeah.
Yeah.
Onana
was near Dendonka.
Sort of clearance. Oh God. United
Loopy,
just about get it
good
away.
header by Mainoo.
Oh Jesus Christ! Look a bit nervy there at the back.
Yeah. It's too often it's just like one or two passes, and look, it's sometimes I feel like
go on, Marcus, win that.
Sometimes I think it's too quick to isolate.
Bruno here, can we counter? It's a foul.
I think that was a chance there though.
Yeah.
If he released that quicker.
Marcus down the left hand side.
Gates Consa.
Oh, it's just too much on it. It wasn't a bad idea.
Yeah,
just too
good
much
idea.
On it.
Just the execution.
Yeah.
They shouldn't get out of here. Game settled down a little bit.
Sorry, I was reading out Lero 9's comment, and he said, if any one of those players I mentioned switches off, it would be terrible. Hugh Grant, who's been a member of the academy for 22 months, says, hope United can turn things around and go on a wee run and get back on track. Last season, 2-1, United up the paddock. Nick Collins says, do you think Brailsford being in attendance is enough, or should Ratcliffe have attended tonight to put more in the fans' good books. I think he's going to be there for the Spurs
Diego
game.
Carlos has just smashed him off the ball.
I don't really read into stuff
No,
like that too
I'm
much.
not too fussed. Ricky Murray says, try Anthony at left back. I think that could be a recipe for disaster personally, but it's a suggestion. Let's have a look at this challenge here.
He does this every week.
Yeah, he's just shoved him now, hasn't he?
Nah, most centre-halves do that, to be fair.
Yeah.
But he had an incident like that against Tottenham the other day where I think he's elbowed Son. Whenever players try and make a run in behind Diego Carlos, he like checks him like that. But sometimes if you're a bit high with it, it can look bad. But I think
so be careful.
Yeah. Well, I hope he didn't, and obviously Garnacho would have been all right. Delo would have been all right, but we got sent off. Nicely done by Evans.
Evans out with a bit of calmness. Come on, United. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Let us know what you think. Don't forget as well, there's a pinned chat for our event in Dublin. Also, hit that like button. We've got to 500 likes. Let's get a few more as well. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes.
Let's get ready to remember.
Villa down the left-hand side now. Aaron Wan-Bissaka does enough. Well done. Very good defending there from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This is better football from Manchester United. Now it's Garnacho. He's got to get his head up here. And he has done. It's gone behind everyone though. Oh, it's a poor ball that from Bruno.
Yeah.
Because the ball came across then from Garnacho, who's running down the right, and it just kind of went behind everyone.
A lot of players wrong side now though.
Yeah. Villa counter-attacking.
Yeah. Wan-Bissaka, you ain't gonna beat him.
You'd give up, would you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I love it when Wilfried Zaha said in the last minute in Sellers Park when he went through, he said, I saw it was Aaron.
So and just
went
back.
to score. Like,
He said it was up against him in training every single day.
Yeah.
So he just thought, nah, it's a wrap.
he's so good at
Wan-Bissaka said that's why he became so good, like defensively. Being up against Zaha in training
that
every
must
day.
be a nightmare.
Yeah.
You can imagine he's the sort that doesn't take it easy on you either.
Yeah. Do you reckon is Zaha alright? Because he had a stage where he was trying to fight people every game.
I think
Zaha,
I think he got fed up of just getting absolutely battered every game. Like he was always getting kicked about, wasn't he? And he had like mascots taking a mick out of him for diving and that. And I think it's got to do your head in.
When a
that.
mascot's taking the piss out,
and he was like, because everyone knew there was a spell with Palace. Like now they've got a few other players. Obviously he's left Palace now, but they started to get a few other players. But there was a spell for about 3 or 4 years where it was literally stop Zaha, you stop Palace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He had a lot of weight on them because he was carrying a lot.
And like, it happened when we played him a few times where he was the main man. He's just getting booted everywhere. And like he'd always be moaning at the ref and not really getting anything. And it's hard sometimes, isn't it, not to react.
He's trying to scrap like every game, and it's his play style as well. Though players like him, Grealish, I feel like they invite challenges.
Yeah, of course they do.
Thing is, another one, Saka kind of plays like that. So everyone's like, all the Arsenal fans are like, Saka gets booted and all that, but he plays in a way where he just invites contact.
Yeah.
Even when he gets the ball, he rather like touch someone or get close to someone trying to ride him, and then if he gets touched, he's on the floor holding his ankle and that.
Yeah.
But
corner for Villa. It's cleared. Danny Wilde has been a member of the academy for 31 months. Says we need a striker on loan, and the first thing I do is get Paul Mitchell in and sort the scouting department out. Get Erik Ten Hag people who he trusts in.
Yeah.
There's been a suggestion that Paul Mitchell could be coming in.
There was a stat about Man United scouts. I can't remember it exactly. I can maybe just check, but the amount of scouts.
What's he doing?
Delo's just giving the ball away. Horrible decision there from Delo. He just gave a sort of 2-yard pass straight to the Villa player. Bless you.
Thank you.
He's onside there.
Almost.
It's the first time we've seen that kind of high line situation with Villa. Rashford's kind of got in. I think he timed his run decently both times. But another thing with this is you think you get him through, but if the pass is a little bit heavy, the keeper's always sweeping because you can't play a high line if the keeper's not basically on the edge of the box as well, waiting for the ball in behind. He'll literally be stood there.
commentators are moaning at Rashford because he sort of threw his arms about when he didn't get the pass that he wanted. There's always a lot of talking about Marcus Rashford's body language.
And his reactions to stuff.
It's been a big sort of topic in that conversation. What do you make of it, Ange? Is he something that bothers you? Do you
I mean,
question it? Villa could be in here, by the way. This looks dangerous. Well done, Mainoo. He's cut out, but they've got another bite of it. Varane. Bruno.
Interesting challenge, that.
I don't know what he's doing there from Rashford.
Just try to ram him.
Yeah.
What is that?
That is awful from Diogo Dalot there. He's lucky there that Johnny Evans gets him out of jail, because that would have been 1-0 and it would have been all his fault.
Emery's fuming. That was great defending by Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans has been absolutely immense.
Taking Dalot out, the shit there.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, no, with Rashford's body language, as somebody who gets accused of having a very straight face all the time, like me.
Okay, that's one way of putting it.
Make it about you.
I understand that sometimes you are.
This guy. He said, "Make it about you, why don't you?"
Yeah, I will do. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Fine.
Good.
Go.
Sure, I feel like me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't help your body language. Sometimes you can't help the way your face looks.
Are you basically saying you've got resting wingy face?
Yeah.
I didn't want to say the word on camera.
I swear, Vans. I used to sometimes I'd be sat opposite her and I'd message and say, "You alright? I've done something to upset you."
Great. Having a great day.
Looking like you're ready to stick a knife through my chest.
You definitely blend in down south, then, innit?
South, everyone's like that bit, aren't they?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
In London,
yeah, so I've been there so long now. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you actually like it? Do you like it
there?
Yeah.
Do you like it there?
Yeah, it's alright.
Because I love London visiting now, but I don't know about living.
I don't know. A place is a place, really. For me, I'm not that.
Is it better than Germany?
Well, no, because I lived it. That's fine. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
I think the problem with I liked Berlin. I think the problem was I lived there during a pandemic, so and the rules were a lot stricter in Germany. So regarding the things that you could do, places you could go, I didn't really get to do much. I was like cooped up a lot more. So yeah, Madrid's still number one, but no.
You lived in Madrid as well?
Yeah, I lived in Madrid for a year.
Lived in Madrid, Berlin. Yeah, you've done
Berlin.
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 Too money to say. How do you say it in a how do you demancify
Berlin.
it?
Berlin, like
Berlin.
Berlin.
Berlin. That's complimenting you as well.
Sorry, go on.
Just saying it's good to have that you've experienced all the different cultures and places.
Very good.
Yep.
Villa with a free kick here, and it's gone in. Awful. What's happened there?
Fucking shite, man.
Oh, bro. Is that just gone straight in, that?
Literally.
The counter's gone on to...
is that going to be offside for Bay, though? Because he's like stood in front of the keeper,
Bruno's going mad at the referee, which doesn't exactly mean a lot.
No. Varane's in there and all.
Johnny McGinn's a Scottish looking guy.
Not looking too happy.
Yeah, it's going to be given. It's nothing. What a delivery that is. But I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes you can criticise defending and poor marking. I don't know. I feel like that's almost an undefendable cross.
Is the keeper not got to do better there, bro?
Maybe. I think the keeper can. Yeah.
Because for me,
I don't think
my goalkeeper there.
I don't think any of the United defenders can do anything about that cross.
Right, okay.
That's got to be that is going to be what you're saying. And Onana's got to come claim it.
I think because to me, he's done nothing. Like he's just sat on his ass as it's gone in.
Okay.
So I want my keeper to at least do something there, whether he comes for it or he tries to make the save and he just doesn't do either. And I like Onana, I've defended him, but for me, that I'd chalk that down as an error by the goalkeeper. I just think he's got to do better.
Doing the splits and everything.
Yeah, to me, he's just gone. It's another goal where he's...
Is it being VAR'd?
No, there's no touch. There's no...
The thing is, even if it was a touch, Watkins wasn't offside anyway.
No, it's a great delivery by McGinn, but for me, the goalkeeper there has got to do something. Nicholas Walker in a super chat that was sent before that says Rashford's body language is dreadful. My kids look more up for going to the dentist than he looks to get stuck in. I was going to read out chats from my WhatsApp group and I got confused. Which is a good job I didn't, because this channel would be over if I did. Let's just say not everyone's buzzing with that goal. Like you were saying, Ronnie, there though, some deliveries are very difficult to defend against. I understand that, but for me, goalkeeper has to do better.
Yeah.
It's just the same old with United. Well, it's that whole, we're all right for 20 minutes and then we concede and then that's the end of it. We're not exactly setting the world alight for the first 20 minutes, but we were all right. And a couple of sort of, half chances or...
And I think the thing is,
when we do possession in the final third.
When we do go down, you don't even know what kind of response you're going to get from the players. Like, are they actually going to, knuckle down and think, right, we need to just get back in this game? Is it going to be strops? Is it going to be frustration? Is it going to be more mistakes? You just don't know what you're getting.
Yeah. The Onana thing seems to have split in... Oh, come on, God, actually got to do better. Split opinion. Most seem to be having a dig at him. Lennart Thingard says get De Gea back. Paul says worst keeper in Premier history.
That's a
hyperbole.
bit...
Hyperbole.
It's a bit rude, that.
I'd still put him a little bit above Barters.
Yeah. Squeaky Weasel says I'm done with this manager. Martin Griffin says that Onana is another waste of space. There was someone who stuck up for him and I can't find him now. James Hunsinger says I don't blame Onana. Andy Rock says Onana will be the one that costs Erik ten Hag his job. To be fair, he might have a point there, I know that sounds melodramatic. I'm not just saying after this one goal.
If Ten Hag was to go, let's say in the next week or two, not saying he will, but one of the big discussion points is going to be him bringing him in.
I know, exactly. So, and if you look at some of those games, especially in Europe that we've lost, like Galatasaray at home was almost all on Onana.
Yeah.
Like every goal was a mistake by him. And then you can have a look at one or two others as well. So, I mean, I feel for the manager though, because for me, we had to replace De Gea. And Onana seemed like a no-brainer. He knew him. He just got to a Champions League final. He played well, but he's been underwhelming.
And was well thought of across Europe. Yeah,
I think he's been underwhelming.
Realistically, though,
it's a corner here from Villa.
Oh my God!
It's another goal for Villa.
That is absolutely awful defending. What?
Yeah. That is. They were like, I know it's a cliche, like statues there in the box.
The fuck
it was like United had stopped and Villa just carried on.
They'd been passed.
I can hear Ali McCoy.
He was on Long Lay then. He was
Long
on
Lay just had his all the time in the world.
He was on him, and then no one reacted to the first ball. No one reacted to the second ball. Fucking arse. So bad.
He looks like a deer in headlights, Onana, then when the camera just went on him.
Yeah, let's have a look at this here.
Oh, Mainoo's been blocked off.
Oh.
They might check that for the concert block off, but I don't know if there's going to be enough in it. But he's been... Basically, it's a set piece routine where he spins to the back post and he got someone blocking his marker. But that happens every week, so I'll be surprised if they disallow it.
The trouble is now, you're going to compare Emery to Ten Hag. You can compare the amount of time they've been at the clubs. You can compare the performances. Even little things like set-piece routine there, which looked like it was a worked-out set-piece routine, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't just someone on a whim going, let's just hit an hope. It was literally, I'm putting this back stick, you're going to block him off, you're going to head it back in, and you're going to finish.
That is rehearsed, yeah.
Like, everything now will get compared to what is going on with Erik ten Hag, and it ain't looking favourable. And it pains me to say that, because...
He's offside, though.
Christian Eriksen down left-hand side, like when he says he's probably offside.
He looked quite a bit offside.
Yep.
It's mad. The line's so high, but they're so good at it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, he's well offside.
Yeah.
hit that like button, please, people. You might not like the score, but please like the video. And also, if you're in Dublin on Thursday, you want to come have a moan with us, we'll be in the Red Cow.
When do you fly down? Wednesday?
We fly out on the 28th. Wait a minute, what day is it today?
It's twice.
Yeah, so we fly out on Thursday morning. We're there for the night. We're staying over. We come back on the Friday. So give us a shout over in Dublin. There's a link in the chat. We'd love to meet up with you guys. We can have a little bit of a moan together.
Friday night back or what?
Yeah, back at, we land at 6 on Friday.
What are you doing the brew then? What's happened?
I don't know, you know.
Come on, man.
I know, man. Gonna have to either not do it or do something while we're over there. We might do a little something.
Brew in the airport.
I think. Yeah. I think we'll work some out. We'll do some content when we're there. I'm gonna get Wes Brown there as well, so we can have a little bit of a chat with Wes Brown, see what he thinks. If you've got his boots with him, he might be able to get a game at United nowadays. Johnny Evans is getting a game and probably our best defender.
No. Wes Brown. So he got the assist for the Ronaldo goal.
Yeah,
Was it 2008 Champions League final?
With his left foot, bro. Absolute legend.
Top guy, Wes Brown, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's sort of American, isn't he?
Yeah.
Proper down to earth, proper sound.
All them people like him and Welbeck are all good lads.
Yeah, not a million miles away from you, is it? Alongside,
He's from alongside, yeah, Danny.
Yeah, Wes is as well, isn't he? Big family as well, the Browns. Dave Brailsford's watching. Dave Brailsford's, you know what I mean? He's got a lot of brothers, hasn't he? Or he's got a few brothers that have known, like decent footballers, like is it Clive and all them lot.
Yeah.
Dave Brailsford's in the crowd, probably, you know, looking at
man, it's
LinkedIn.
It's the ball. It's the ball. It's the ball.
Probably doing a search on LinkedIn there. Anyone with managerial experience?
Yeah.
It's the bald revolution, man.
Yeah. Well, I think it might be 1 in, 1 out at this rate. Go on, Mainoo. We can't be getting battered again at home. Like,
yeah, I'm kind of concerned. I was concerned about this game, but it's mad. This is what's annoyed me though. I was concerned about this game if Aston Villa are proper on it.
Yeah.
Especially with the spaces that they attack in, where they operate. But I'm not gonna lie to you.
We're in here. That is the worst decision he could have made.
Probably offside anyway with these Villas, but Villa haven't had to really do anything. 2 set pieces. They've been quite sloppy at times, and it's just too easy to score goals against us. I think he's onside there as well.
He is onside. My man down
here.
It
doesn't matter though. He shanks it. That's the thing.
I know, but that's what I mean.
If he scores, then
yeah, but it's just a stupid decision. He don't get hold of it properly anyway. You can hear the Villa fans singing "You're getting sacked" in the morning. It's sad, man. I'm not saying he will, but if he does, I'll be gutted because...
Go on.
Oh, shit. He did the first bit well, took it well, and then his shot was easily savable.
That's the thing with Martinez, though, man. He's a monster in those sticks. I feel like it's almost got to be perfect, but it's not the best effort.
No. And the defender getting a touch takes some sting out of it as well, because he plays it through the defender's legs and it hits his legs. Yeah, that was never gonna go in. I think he needed to go the other way, but still.
But as I said, Villa are 2-0 up without having to play well. And that's just what annoys me. We don't let teams work.
That's what I was going to say to you, Ronnie, though.
Yeah.
How many times that happened this season? Where teams, right, swear to God, yeah, City in the derby, they didn't get out of second gear. Like, I know they had that lucky penalty, which for me
that's the reoccurring theme, though, isn't it?
Well,
like
didn't have to be anywhere near the best.
It wasn't like a City masterclass. It was basically City turned up and won comfortably. Do you know what I mean?
And that's just
Garnacho. It's a bad
for
ball, that
fuck's
man.
sake.
It's too far ahead of Hojlund. He couldn't get there. Garnacho broke down the right there. Should have been 2-1. Sorry, should have got a goal like that. Come on, United. I've got to make this pressure count, man. It's a free kick to United.
Yeah.
It's probably ideal position for a left footer.
We don't have anyone.
But you've seen it time and time again. Bayern Munich didn't really get our first gear. Got, beat us in the Champions League when we needed a win and they didn't. Even like Bournemouth played well, but bloody hell, we were lucky it weren't 4-0.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If that goal would have been given us against us, like stopped against us, I'd have been fuming. Yeah, it's just too far in front of Hojlund there, man.
Got Ericsson on it. Hopefully, he can get decent delivery.
Ericsson's done all right, this game. We look better with him in the team already. It's just fucking defending is shite, and goalkeeping ain't much better.
Not done too much. I feel like all of their best attacking players become through by versus the low. Outside of that, I don't know if they've actually really done that much. I think they've actually been quite loose in possession.
It just
and
that's
what's bothering me. I think other teams are a little bit more ruthless. They don't make the worst error in the worst times. I think United just give goals away.
Are we just copying what Villa do now? That new tactic. Hey, that might work for us. We'll do that.
I think he could go for goal at near post, maybe. Catch him off guard. Yeah, I knew he was going to do it.
Straight into the two-man wall. Did he do what you suggested now?
Oh,
and now he's falling over. Right,
our
free kick has ended up with them nearly counter-attacking and scoring there. Thank God Ericsson got a touch that because he fell over after his shot, and then they were going to counter.
That was like somewhat off you've been framed.
It was, wasn't it? That was literally like, that was close to being the worst free kick I've ever seen in my life. Like, to give away a goal from our free kick. Thank God Christian Eriksen managed to get his foot to that ball.
That was the worst 20 seconds.
That would have been a meme forever.
Eriksen's my guy, man.
I know, I love Eriksen. I love Eriksen.
I
just feel bad though. Like
that nearly
he deserves
was
so much more.
He
deserves so much more.
I know, man.
I mean, getting a second chance and that for this.
I know. Seriously. Do you know what I mean? It's not fair, is it? Life's not fair. Do you know what I mean?
Looked a mile offside there. Hojlund was like, Hojlund was a good bit offside there as well.
I thought he was,
but he just don't give it. But they're right. He shouldn't give it until like it goes in, just
and
in
then
case.
It would have been offside.
Yeah,
I think he knew it as well because he sort of looked and stopped and then was like
scrambling a bit.
Yeah, what we're doing here now. Come on, United, get a goal in this half. We've still got a fighting chance of getting some out of this game. And it's one of them now. If we actually draw, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? It'll be like one of them games where you go, okay, we'll draw after we're losing 2-0.
Considering how terrible it started.
Well,
pass the ball. His first touch wasn't great now.
Games are always manic, when it's Villa with their high line. Hojlund injured?
I don't know,
So it was a well-timed run if he was just on there. But it looked tight. What are you checking?
Now it's a corner.
You don't VAR for a corner. The hell? Oh. Yeah.
I need to turn everything that alright. Is that what I mean?
You are.
Is that your goal announcer thing?
No, I don't know. Sometimes it's just people moaning. It's not like it's my my WhatsApp groups.
It's just a notification.
But I'm in about 10 different WhatsApp groups, all United fans.
Yeah.
So I'll have some people just constantly moaning, and then I'll have some people who will say when it's
some people go to the game and hate United, innit? I've been to games.
My mate Woody, right? I love Woody. Yeah, he's my boy. But like when I think it might have even been when Jose got sacked, it's like he hates United now. He hates the players. Like he fell out with them, and he's never sort of rekindled that love again.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad, man.
Because he looks at it, right, when we were winning under Ollie, because it was the same players, it wound him up.
Because he was like, I don't want these guys.
I hate these
guys.
These have tried. These didn't try. That was the problem. It wasn't that he didn't have the abilities; that they couldn't be bothered, and it got to him. It got under his skin, and it's mad because he still goes at that. He goes away as well, but he's like
just
I don't know what pleasure he gets out of watching football.
Trip outside.
Yeah, it's weird. If United win, he doesn't seem happy, and if we lose, he's angry. So I always feel like, what are you getting out of this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Stress.
Yeah. It's not a foul, that.
He's never gonna get away with that though.
It's soft.
It's soft.
It's so soft, and he's bought that.
It's soft, but he's never not gonna give that.
I know. I hear you. I do hear you.
It's
Everyone does that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so soft. Like, if he stays on his feet there.
I think if that's like in the middle of the pitch, you might give it.
Yeah.
But you know,
Go on, Marcus. Go on, lad. That's better.
that's decent.
And that is good.
It's good play, that. It's a bit slow, that. But Martinez is always ready for that, though.
That is shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is, but it's not a good cross, that. Because like you say, you know Martinez is going to get that. You know he is. I like the low, but sometimes, I swear to God, like, there's so many better options than just hitting it towards Martinez there. He's like one of the best in the world at coming for them sort of balls. Brian Hicks says, hire Alonso. Andy Oates says, Ten Hag's last game, he will be sacked.
Oh.
Heaven Salt says, at least they're trying to find Hojlund tonight. They are. They're just
True.
True. A Pint of Beer says, Alanga's having a great season at Forest. We were talking about that earlier, but he is, and I wish him well. I still don't think he was quite right for Manchester United.
Doesn't mean that he would have had an amazing season at
Remember
United.
when he tackled Rashford against Leicester? And then Bruno Fernandes was asking for a foul. I think that was when I decided
Another you've been framed
I couldn't
moment.
go anymore. No, he's not getting that. He's Mainoo in the box there.
Everyone just stopped, though. Yeah,
It's offside.
Yeah, someone was giving.
Yeah, do you remember that? Leicester, last minute. Well, it's 1-0. Rashford goes through. Goes to shoot, and Elanga takes him out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I think I might have been on the Watchalong.
Yeah, I was at the game.
Everyone was
And then Bruno's going mad to the referee, like going, that's a foul, that's a free kick. And the referee's like, it's your player. Like, it's your player that's
took
fouled
him out.
Like,
What?
is there an argument to be made that, like, you was kind of hitting that, Ronnie, that performance-wise, it hasn't been that bad. It's just those two set pieces that have let us down.
Yeah,
I know no one wants to hear that, because when we're losing, everyone wants to just say everything's rubbish.
Yeah,
But
I think the game's been fairly even.
yeah,
Yeah.
And if anything, we've looked more dangerous than them
yeah,
in the most part. But they've not had the same defensive lapses that we've had.
no.
And that's just that's the difference between 0-0 and 2-0 in the Premier League. And I don't know, man. I'm just sick of teams not even really having to do much to
Jesus
to
Christ,
beat us.
Onana.
Villa have not really even played nowhere near their best, and they're 2-0 up at Old Trafford.
And it's just
Well
again
done, Mainoo. I
that
thought he got in
not
trouble
needing
there.
to
He's
get
done
out
well
of
there,
first
though.
or
He's took
second
3
game.
players with him.
So yeah, go on. And my issue is I think Villa come out in the second half and they're better. So I think this would have been a good opportunity to kind of hit them cold whilst they've not been that at it, and they've been quite sloppy. Good tackle.
Well done, Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's too hard, that, man.
When he saw that, I was like, I'm not sure Garnacho has that in his locker. You know, that little on your left foot slide through ball there, perfect
The
weight.
right idea.
He's offside
He's
anyway.
offside anyway. He's well offside.
Rashford special. You don't need to do it. It's rapid as well.
Hit that like button, people. Let's get to 1,000 likes. I know you're not going to be happy.
Sorry, the live win probability on the screen for United is 4%.
Yeah.
Well, what do people that
What
predict
the
probabilities
statistics
know?
know.
Eh?
Yeah, what do they know? Yeah.
2 words. Nottingham Forest at home earlier this season.
There you go.
You've forgotten about that.
Better bring them stats people up and have a word, Joe.
Exactly. Just feel like
How's Conte just there on the edge of their box? That edge of our box.
John B says, Ta-ra, Ten Hag. Harold Holst Sferisfold says, I can't say this anymore. I said it last season that we were shy. No, trophy in third, lack of goals and luck of draw was irrelevant. Ollie's fault. Sam Z says, have we overestimated Erik Ten Hag's achievements at Ajax? He has a similar record to Frank de Boer and Ronald Koeman at Ajax, and both were overhyped. Freezer Burn P says this is going to be a long game. Left 6 says, blame Onana for a team 0 effort. Rashford is waste. Jay Frasconi says, I believe the club's failures are mostly due to owner complacency and too much player power, but the manager must be held to account. You can't sack him now and absolve the players, but he may not be the answer long term. Cal Bates says, not a United fan, but sacking Erik tonight is not the solution. I would bail out Paratici and make him sporting director. Just look at his work at Spurs. Tron, who's been a member of the first team for 35 months, says, well, this is not good at all. Rasmus is crap. Bruno erratic. Eriksson, soft as shit. And Rashi, not gold. Onana, shite. So, I mean, he's unimpressed with basically the team. I think is safe to say that.
It's the main takeaway, yeah.
Rashford could be in here. Well, he's got 3 plays on him. Yeah, Bruno with a pass there. Rashford one-on-one here with the defender. He's got to hit the target there, man.
What a pass. It's tough to beat Martinez from that.
Man, look at that as well, man. So, I mean, you can get in behind him. Just got to start finishing.
I don't know, man. It's just... I feel like this is the game where United should be beating Villa.
Yeah.
When you just look at the score now of 2-0, you're just thinking, how?
Tron says, he's been a member of the first team for 35 months, says, well, this is not good at all. Rasmus a bit crap. Oh, no. Sorry, I've read that out. Sorry. No need to read that out again. Paul says, Mainoo can stay. The rest can F off. Plus 15 says, I feel bad for Ten Hag. Karma is so real. Robertson says, anyone calling Bruno out must go and sleep. Musician 47 says, Jay, by the looks of this chat, you've changed the settings to suitable for kids. I'll show you we haven't. Dennis Moade says, should have stuck with Moyes those many years ago. No.
No.
I know you're joking there, but honestly, couldn't take any more David Moyes football.
Too much.
Yeah. I don't think, is there a manager where you really think we should have stuck with him? Like, is there anyone where you look back, even at the time or looking back?
It's just more the way that it went down is my issue, like the Van Gaal stuff. And
Van Gaal's probably the one who got sacked.
He got done dirty, yeah. And I think my only issue with the Mourinho stuff was I just didn't like the whole Pogba versus him kind of...
Garnacho's in here. Can't hit the target again.
I think he was offside anyway.
Was it? He looks offside to me.
It's a running theme in this half, isn't it?
We're offside and terrible at finishing.
Yeah, he's definitely off.
It'd be nice just to hit the target regardless.
The finishing shite, isn't it?
It is. It's so bad.
Oh.
Wonder who he supports.
Yeah.
I want to know who's made that blazer for him.
He's got a nice little blazer there.
Yeah, you know.
Who's better? What's better, his blazer or your jumper?
My jumper, obviously.
Good answer.
Because mine was... Well, I don't know. Maybe
his blazer.
Maybe his was free,
What?
but mine was free.
His blazer.
Yeah, well, haters are going to hate. So.
Nah, you can't have fakes around. You've got people that tell you the truth.
Is this like the Emperor's New Clothes here? What's going on? Garnacho
Because
here.
you are at the height of...
Bloody hell, ref!
At the height. Nah.
Proper tuck him out then.
Can't be everyone's cup of tea. Everything
Yeah, exactly. David Taylor says, hope you guys had a great Christmas, but do you think our drop has come from letting De Gea go in terms of his personality in the dressing room and influence? Anyone?
I don't know, because obviously he wasn't great at all last season, but he was always quite a big presence at the club. Been there a while. Was he one of the last Premier League winners? I think he was quite liked in the dressing room, but I don't think you can attribute that to what we've seen throughout the season. That could just be one of like 100 things at this point.
Corner.
Offside again.
Jesus Christ, man. How many times do you want to be offside? It's proper brainless.
Look how good that line is.
Oh, my God.
Can you not see that?
They do it to everyone week in, week out, though. It's mad.
Like, remember that picture from the Ragnick era where all our players are offside when the ball comes in?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my
That's
God.
got to be framed somewhere.
Yeah. Probably at Old Trafford. Probably in Carrington.
Probably not realised at all.
Yeah.
This is a great
Yeah,
picture.
look at this. All the lads together, having a laugh. It's weird, isn't it, man? We've had all these managers and it goes wrong for all of them, and yet so many of them have had a good reputation when it comes to the club.
Yeah.
Like Jose, I know he got subbed. Jesus Christ, Onana just kicks it out for a throw-in. It's not a good combo having Onana in this frame of mind with the likes of Delo and that.
No.
It just adds to the drama that you don't need.
Go on. It's going to be half time when he passes it back.
He's got to be offside.
What should be another offside now?
Hojlund's got to be offside. Yeah, I was about to say, there's no way he's not. Just blow your whistle, referee. Put us out of our misery. Half time. Manchester United 0. Aston Villa 2. I think there's some boos there from what I can hear at Old Trafford. And I'm not having a dig at anyone who's booing because that was absolute. Listen, it's not as bad as a 2-0 might sound, right? 2-0 at home to Aston Villa at half time is terrible. But in terms of performance, it was two lapses really defensively for set pieces that have cost us goals. And United have probably been arguably in terms of possession and attacking the better team, but the fact is we're losing 2-0, so it doesn't matter. That's all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Bottom line, I mean, it's great that we, going forward, we have seemed arguably the most dangerous, but when it comes to the final piece of the puzzle, we're terrible. So yeah, at the end of the day, stats are great, but stats don't get you points. So and how many times, back in the day that we'd see United play, we might not always be the best, but we had that ability to scrape through and get those results and just get what's needed. And that's arguably more important sometimes. But yeah, no, a very, very frustrating first half. I think that there have been some good moments. We've seen Hojlund getting a little bit more service. We've had one or two chances, but it's hard to really sit here and take them as positives because the final bit of it has just been so terrible, all the offsides, etc. But you know what? Hats off to Aston Villa. They've done what everyone else has done, like we've been saying. They've not really had to get out of first or second gear. And this leaves you feeling kind of what you touched on earlier, Ronaldo, that this second half, you fear, A, who's on the bench, and B, the kind of attitude that they're going to come out with. And when they push into those higher gears, how that's going to leave us looking.
I agree. I think you pretty much said it all. I reckon they go in there now and Emery's like, he's a 2-0 up, but he haven't really...
Right, guys, let's actually put a bit of effort in now.
And then we've not been able to punish. That's the difference at this level, because they've punished us with the one or two lapses that we've had defensively and the opportunities they've got to score 2 goals, and we don't do that to other teams. No. Because on the face of it, if you're looking at that match, it's been fairly even-ish. Aston Villa have been actually quite sloppy for them in and out of possession. They haven't really threatened the goal too much. No. And we walk in at half time 2-0 just because we're so easy to score against.
No.
Teams don't have to. You know what's so frustrating? We don't make teams work hard to score. We don't make teams work hard to score against us, and we don't make teams work hard to beat us as well. Just featherweight, really, United.
Yeah, featherweight indeed. MJG says, not even trolling, we're playing quite well. Better wingers, we would have scored, created a few more. Love Rash, but bring... sorry, I've just lost the rest of that chat. Let me find it. Love Rash, but bring me and Baps in Ten Hag we trust. I don't think Rashford's been that bad this half. I just think he's
not been that bad.
No.
Like, a couple of decisions haven't been great, but his link-up play has been better. Brian Casey says, seriously, fear for Ten Hag after this. I really hope he doesn't lose his job because we'll be back to square one with this lot. He is the right man. Moody Mank 63 says insane online fan base. Amir Adams says those 2 goals wasn't Onana's fault. I think the first one he could have done better. The second one I don't think was particularly his fault. Shaolin Master says brain dead United fans who think Ten Hag is good. Ronnie, if anything, what would you change for the second half? Do you go for more of the same?
I think if we perform, we've had some decent bits of play. It's just the finishing part where there's just been a lack of quality in that front three. Rashford, Hojlund.
Producer Ollie. Yeah, go on the wide, bro.
Yeah, Rashford, Garnacho, and Hojlund. It's just literally the last bit. They just don't have the same quality levels that's required, and it's just you've seen it. How many efforts have you seen from them where it's the lashing at the side netting? There's been no composure. There's no been conviction at the end of it. Jogging offside, not showing enough kind of discipline to keep on side. I worried about that before the game because Rashford's always had a bit of an offside problem with his runs in behind, so I was concerned about against someone like Villa where the high line's really well drilled and they've been catching us offside more and more as the half went on, and I kind of concerned that once it goes into the second half when they keep that way, and when you're tired bodies and tired minds, you become even less concentrated and they'll just catch us offside more and more and more, stops the game, breaks it up, frustrates us, and the issue is with Villa not even having to play that well and being quite sloppy in their build-up, they've got players on the bench and in the forward areas that when we do inevitably give them an opportunity or chances, they can punish us again. Because we've seen enough evidence of United recently and we're always going to give teams chances and we're paying for it again.
Yeah. Mike93, who's been a member of the first team for 28 months, says, no positives at all. So deflating to watch this nonsense every week. Cannot see a happy ending for Erik at the end of today. And I hate that feeling. Also, some other super chats. Trond has gifted 5 Stretford Paddock memberships. Thank you for that, Trond. Go and check out the members section. Extra content on there. We've got our 12 days of Paddock where when we get back from Dublin, we're running a competition and giving away a load of goodies for our members as well. Jay Frasconi says, on his question, since Sir Alex Ferguson, can you name a player or manager that came to United and left with a better reputation than when they arrived? Ooh. Many have looked better and done well after leaving. Thanks. Yeah, I can kind of agree.
Graveyard United, yeah?
Yeah, it kind of feels like that. Sam Zed says, we might score less goals than LVG's 49 goals. That's a good point. There's a link in the chat.
We don't score today. 5 games in a row.
Yeah. There's a link in the chat as well. We're in Dublin the day after tomorrow. I know I keep mentioning it, but there's only a few tickets left. So if you want to come and see us in Dublin, the day after tomorrow, me, Howson, McCullough and Joe, and Wes Brown, link in the chat. Check it out. Get the last few tickets while they're still there. Parag says our season was supposed to have turned around after the draw at Arsenal. Anfield, sorry, it hasn't. Ross Murphy, what annoys me is we got a massive point at Anfield and we don't build from it. Conceding set pieces has been a thing since Ollie was in charge. Lucky Singh says players out. Jay's Paddock says evening Jay, evening Ange, evening Ronnie. I believe we're in for a Christmas miracle tonight. Aww. Ronnie, what do you reckon?
I don't think we've got enough goals in the team to get back into it, if I'm being honest. I think spotting Aston Villa 2 goals, especially with them basically being second in gear, I haven't got much optimism. And usually I'd think, maybe we can nick one. They do say 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. You get one, you get a bit of momentum. The other team gets a little bit nervy and you can maybe score again. I just don't know if United actually have that in them. And also, we're talking about whether we're going to get goals to get back into the game. Have United got it in to go 45 minutes, stopping Villa scoring? And I'm not sure, especially when the game gets a little bit stretched and they bring the likes of Diaby off the bench and Duran and players like that. It could be one where they catch us out when we're trying to chase the game.
Alpha Omega says, stand behind Erik ten Hag and the team in these difficult times. We all love a comeback, just a matter of time. Ange, what do you reckon? Is it
I would love a Christmas miracle. I would love one, but I just don't see it happening because at the end of the day, we can't seem to finish and find the back of the net, and Aston Villa can, and that's what I've been saying since the beginning. So I would love to see it because technically, if you're going off that first half, I've not seen the full stats, but we did have some good chances, and maybe if we're able to capitalise on 1 or 2 of them, a bit of luck maybe. Do I think that we could score? Yes, but do I think that Aston Villa could also score a couple more?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you, definitely. I think that's the thing. You can't rely on this defence, can you?
No.
That's the worry. Keith Kelly, welcome to the Academy. Thank you as well again to Tron for gifting 5 Stretford Paddock memberships. Big shout out to the members. We wouldn't be here without your support. It has been massive. And like I said, if you can get over to Dublin, please do for the 28th. our chance to say thank you to a lot of you guys as well. Petart says, hopefully Canteen gets changed because United got a 1-star hygiene rating. Yeah, I heard about that.
Not great.
Like serving raw chicken or something. Says it all.
Is that why there's so many illnesses every week?
Maybe. Tom Lee says McTominay is coming to save his job. Oh my God.
No, thank you.
It's going to be another. This is what's going to happen. It'll be another McTominay job. He comes on and he runs into the box. He gets a goal, maybe.
Yeah.
And then everyone thinks he's the best player.
Yeah, we'll be sat there like, see, I told you.
Because,
this is why I started,
because it's annoying. Because obviously it's not binary. Like we're 2-0 down. I think the passages of play, some of the passages of play that we have shown in this half at times, and some of the intent and the sharpness, has been a little bit better than we've seen in the last few games with the likes of Eriksen and Mainoo and Bruno in there, because there's actual footballing ability there and a bit of cohesion. We've seen some sort of link up. But we've not scored at the end of it. We think you don't get that when McTominay plays. He offers something different in terms of coming off the bench maybe and being a bit of an inbox threat and actually probably being a better finisher than the front three that we've got. But outside of that, you lose another part of the game. And that's the problem with United. It's just, I think, all the puzzle pieces, it's like you add one strength, you gain a weakness.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's like a perfect balance with the team. And we're finding out too often because I feel like the back line defends well at some points. We've praised Evans, we've praised some of Wan-Bissaka's defending in the first half, but I think they just switch off when it matters. And when you're a defence and you've got a team, that's not going to help you out because if you do concede one, you're not scoring at the other end. It's just a recipe for disaster. We said it last game as well. United are in the shit right now because they can't score goals and they can't stop conceding.
Yeah, no,
that's recipe for relegation, really.
It is like both ends of the pitch are terrible. What you do? Nicky says, hate saying this, but the 2 goals are through coaching, in my opinion. Players look they are trying. We just lack cohesion. Will we ever score a goal? Says Robert Tater. We need Tom Cleverley, says Gav Anch. I think he's having a laugh there, to be honest with you. One and only, says Big Sam. Help us. Onana off, says Rupak Nakoya. That's not happening, is it? Ange, do you think if we lose today, do you think this is Erik and I've done?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not. I honestly don't know.
Chris.
Sorry, was I?
Sorry, Ronnie's got his own little thing going on.
No worries.
Go on.
Sorry, ADHD and that.
Oh, right, okay. I think it wouldn't surprise me if this was it. I don't think it will be because of the changes that have come in, but I don't know. I feel like it could be as well. That's not a very good answer. Apologies, but yeah, I think it's.
I think it's the right answer because I was kind of thinking the same in my head when I was saying it. I don't know if there's.
I don't think it would happen, but it wouldn't surprise me if it did happen. If that makes sense, yeah.
Go on.
Would you want McTominay coming on? Because we went through it.
I'm all right.
We've got Pelestri and Anthony though. The game changers there.
I'd give it at least 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We've had pressure.
Minutes.
We've had the ball. I think there's an opportunity there. I'd be having a word with Garnacho and Rashford and Hojlund and say, look, stay on side for starters. Yeah. And also, when you're having a dig, get it on target. Stop snatching at things, because that's doing my head in. The Swizzler says Eriksen has 15 minutes before he's gassed. Guess it'll be McSauce for the last 30. Yeah. I mean, that does seem like the obvious change, doesn't it? And Eriksen as well. He does seem to get knackered quite easily. So, listen, I'm not against McTominay coming on if that's what he's going to help the team. I'm not overly sure right now at half time it will do. I think you have to wait and see how this pans out, and see, like you say, if Eriksen does run out of steam.
I think what I think might happen though is we do get a goal and it's 2-1, but then we actually push a little bit too much.
Right.
Especially because I don't know, we haven't scored in a little while, so I don't know if we might react to it a little bit excitedly. The adrenaline rush, the crowd gets up a little bit. And then Aston Villa catches out, and then you've got that kind of dopamine rush and then that crash that you could happen. I just feel like that's what United are going to make us suffer in the second half, when they give us a little bit of hope, and then it's the hope that kills.
It is. Ryan Maxwell says, can someone explain what Ten Hag ball is? Want him to succeed, but need more than faith to sack him. Injury sure, but message should be clear to all. PG-13 says, Merry Christmas. from Benfica fan. I hope 2024 will be a better year for you. Jim says, evening guys, have you heard of the academy star who is meant to be on the bench this evening? Mike Hunt. Yeah, very, very clever.
Who's that?
What?
I don't get it. Who's that?
If I read it quickly, you would have got it. Are you joking? Or you
Yeah,
do
nah,
get it,
I
but
do get it.
You wanted me to say it in a way that would have got us told off.
Nah, I just wanted to hear you say it. I knew
Well,
it all along.
no, I'm not going to say it because then, you know what I mean? It's disgusting.
You're too swift for that, that's why.
Um,
I feel like I don't think you and Joe would ever get caught out with something.
I've
like
had
that.
one. I think, where I got caught out. Last time United didn't score in 4 games in a row was November 1992. There you go.
That was
we all know what happened.
That was a time where
season.
everything changed, didn't it?
We won the league. What?
And that was a time where United actually started being a little bit dynastic, innit, from 92 onwards.
November 1992, we literally won the title that season. So, obviously,
I wouldn't
won the
know.
title that season. You wouldn't know. Like, why not?
I wasn't born.
Well, I wasn't born in '68, but I know we won the European Cup.
Was you
Do you
not
know
born
what I
in
mean?
'68?
All right, I might have been born
Here
in
we
'68.
go.
All right, I wasn't born in 1948, but I know we won the FA Cup. Tina Tillerson to Toka says, if Erik Ten Hag gets sacked and Sir Jim Ratcliffe gets his guys on the... gets his guys, do the panel think the links to Graham Potter will come back?
I'm sick of these links to Graham Potter. I've had enough.
You don't like Graham Potter?
I'm just not feeling.
You're not
the
infused
vibe.
by it. Yeah,
No.
it's not an exciting one, innit?
It doesn't strike me. He doesn't strike me as being a level up from what we have. You can talk about the pressure side of it, of Chelsea versus Manchester United. As much as Chelsea are a big team in some respects, it's not even close to Manchester United globally, and the pressure that he would feel, I think that side of it, it's not even up for discussion. And also, I just don't really see what he could bring to the table. I don't look at him and think, oh yeah, he could take us
And De Zerbi
beyond.
levelled up Brighton in his absence, because we used to say about it, but Graham
Yeah.
Potter used to get a lot of, because Brighton had not a lot of expectation. So when they had like these games where they'd get really good results and play really good football, you used to get commended for it.
But the
Brighton
team
used
around Brighton, you know, the conveyor belt of talent that Brighton churn out, and it's such a well-run, you know, well-oiled machine at Brighton. I'm not saying that like anyone could go there and look good, but I think when you've got the team around you that is so strong, and the recruitment is so strong, and everything else is so strong, and you're a all right manager, then that's going to work well, and it's going to look good for a team like you say, like Brighton, that aren't, the expectation is nowhere near the level that it would be for us.
It's an easy working environment, but we used to remember...
The game is underway, by the way. Can you have a bit of volume as well, please, producer Ollie?
Remember, they used to go like Graham Potter used to go like 5-6 games in a row without winning, like losing 5 of them, but nothing no one ever say anything, because it was Brighton.
It's like, oh,
Do
it's
you know what I mean?
Brighton, you know,
But
this
like- but like-
happens,
That's
yeah.
what I mean. It's,
So-
the expectations changed on it, and also, like, I think Potter, didn't he have one decent season at Brighton and one very good season? Wasn't
Yeah.
it like 16th and then 9th for summer?
He just doesn't strike me as the person that will answer any of our problems. He doesn't
Especially
strike
when
me
at
as
Chelsea.
the type of person that
Yeah.
could go up against the powers that be at Manchester United and be strong. He strikes me as somebody that would be a little bit weak
Fuck.
in those situations without sounding harsh
Fuck.
to him. But
The low didn't cover himself in glory, don't we, Edo? Sorry.
He has these games where he's like, his brain's
Right.
not working.
I know, I don't know what he was
Do
thinking
you know,
when he did it.
I
Headed
think
it to Leon Bailey.
that's
yeah.
the thing with Delo, yeah. I think ability-wise he's got it, but I think, honest to God, I think he's a bit slow.
I kind of know what you
Do you know
mean.
what I mean? There's a bit...
I like Delo, right? And I think he's a
he's
good
a
guy,
bit slow.
But there's times when like he does things and you think, now what's gone through your mind when you've done that?
I think he has games where it seems the whole game his brain's just farting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
He's had a bit of that tonight. Like that pass back before. And then even that
Yeah.
header then.
Even
like,
that
even if
header
he conceded the corner then, I
touch.
could have lived with it. Because what he did was worse. Like he literally just headed it straight to Leon Bailey. And Leon Bailey could have picked out.
And then
someone
stood there, and
scored.
the ball came back to
Yeah.
him, and it was almost like he took a sec to realise the ball was at his feet. Just like weird shit like that.
What are you doing? Are you on your phone now again? You're driving me mad, you, with that phone. I'm going to take it off you in a minute.
I was going to say, we're going to have to do school. Take it off him, put it to the side.
United counter-attacking here. Go on, Marcus. That's a great ball from Marcus
Looked
to
offside there.
Garnacho.
Looked offside there.
Yes. Is he onside? Is he onside?
Is he on?
Is he?
Yeah, let's go. Because I'm almost scared to celebrate, because I'm
That's what you got in my head then, because I thought it was, oh, wait.
Hang on.
I think Rashford was on. I'm hoping Garnacho timed it. But the thing is, he looks like he's onside. Garnacho looks like he knows he's on.
This was great play, by the way, by United. Nice little touch here. Bruno with a great ball.
Nah, it's whether he's in front of Rashford. I think that looks tight. I'm looking at the lines of the grass. It looks tight. I think it's going to be one of those close... I think it's going to be one of them close line ones. Good finish, though.
Good finish. Everything about that goal is what United need. Bruno to Rashford to Garnacho. All working together. Finish as well from my boy Garnacho. Finish.
He almost hit the post there. But he took it for as wide as he took it. He did well. But it's in front of the ball though, because you're looking at Rashford.
Yeah.
He's this way, so I feel like it's.
Can
we not see the replays? Because I'm shitting myself. Because it's where the ball is. But the thing is that's helping me is I think Garnacho looks quite confident about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think one of the defenders is there himself trying to clear that as well.
Can we not see the lines? What's going on?
Dini's going off.
Can we not see the lines?
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
me.
going to be disallowed. It's disallowed over offside. And it's a close one, man.
Can we not see the lines, though? I was worried because...
time for him to get these lines.
Nah, it's pissing me off because... do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
What worried me was that if it was where Garnacho was, where Rashford was his feet, because it's different... It's different looking at it from the standpoint of a defender to an attacker rather than your attacker, because it's where the ball is and not you. Do you know what I mean? Because the ball...
Apparently, yeah, you don't, because this is Amazon Prime or whatever, you don't get lines shown.
Muppets.
Which is just stupid. Lucas Digne's come off Mourinho.
Oh, no.
Or Marino, I should say. Jose Mourinho's come on.
Would not surprise.
Yeah, that's where we're at now.
Next endeavour.
Come on, man, we're 2-0 down.
Fucking hell, help him out then.
Look what we're doing here. Other than, you think we're 3-0 up?
He stitched him.
Do you know what I mean? All this nonsense is just wasting time. Everything about that goal as well was perfect, man. Bruno to Marcus to Garnacho. Garnacho went round the keeper. Good finish. It's inches as well, man. It's like if they do change the rules on offside, like they might be bringing this Arsene Wenger thing in it, where it's like automatic offsides or whatever.
Ericsson with the pace, yeah?
Ericsson.
Oh, he's never getting there, is he?
No, that was only one winner there, and it weren't going to be Ericsson.
Looks like he's treading water there.
This is where Scott McTee's going to come on, innit?
Hopefully we're smart with it, we keep the pressure on.
Fear the worst now when it's on his left.
Nah, he's got enough tech, but you just want it to be a little bit more sure, innit? No Luke.
Here we go. Got a throw in here on the edge of their box. Let's level with that. The low.
Good pass.
Marcus down the left-hand side. He's over it, that. There's no one there.
Yeah, that's not great, that. Just don't have the...
We've had a lot of possession. We're having chances now. And obviously there's that disallowed goal which could have gone either way. Just a split second. So it's not bad from United, but we've got to get a goal. Oh, we are.
So in the end, it's not even tight.
Well, the way they're showing it, it's like he's half a yard offside.
Why are you saying that after the fact? He made a good decision. The guy scored. It was just offside by a little bit. Now because of that, you're going, why has he not gone on by himself?
Yeah. If Rashford had run with that ball and not scored...
I not scored, everyone
would go, why didn't he give it to Garnacho? Yeah. Like, I've criticised Marcus Rashford this season, but playing his teammate through isn't on him if his teammate is like just offside.
It's just waffling, isn't it?
It's like... Fair enough. And also, fair enough if you'd been saying that before the decision came in. You went... Oh, he should have carried on running there. He shouldn't have passed that. That's obviously offside. You couldn't even tell. This is better from United.
They've
Bruno,
done
man
game, no Villa been sloppy in their build-up, and just like not done anything about it though.
Come on, Bruno. It's easy pass there. You didn't need to do that. Don't foul him.
Bright start though from us, but I think we could have done with that goal then.
That line makes
see what
zero sense.
See what VAR has done now. Garnacho scored and we felt like we couldn't celebrate yet.
I know.
Was that my fault? Because I was like, oh, that's offside.
Yeah. Joe does it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like Joe's always doing that. I'm usually the guy that celebrates, but the only time I've seen you do that was the Arsenal Garnacho one. Or you was like, nah, that's not.
No, I was screaming.
Nah, but then you was like,
but then I was like, shit.
Straight away you were like, nah, I think that's offside.
Yeah.
Alex Smith says, who will be the next manager if not Ten Hag? Please give the support for United and trust the process. Miracles don't happen overnight.
Yeah. Looks offside again.
I think that's a red card. You know.
He's going to check whether he's offside yet. It's not going to be a red. Is he onside in the first place? Yeah, he's onside.
Well onside.
Yeah, he's onside.
Well onside. Does he get there first, Rashford?
Nah, it's a good tackle.
Nah, he doesn't.
He just flattens him, but he gets the ball loads in it.
Nah, he does. It's not a red card. You're right.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a clearance. Yeah, he's done well there, Miners, because he had to be on his toes there.
It's still not going to make it any less painful for Rashford, that though.
Yeah.
Nah,
he got clattered.
I didn't think he got there. I thought he just took him out. But
You reckon
Rashford's
there?
I'm not for me.
But the Jean Grey red.
I'm not. I hate to be, hating on hair.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a bit odd.
What, Rashford's hair?
Yeah. What do you reckon about the dye?
Not a vibe.
The ginger thing. The Jean Grey cut. At least he's up though and he's fine.
You know what's really bugging me is that looks like the same top Ten Hag had on at the West Ham game.
The little turtleneck number.
The blue. Yeah,
it's not his lucky top, that is it?
No.
I thought he was gonna be like, why is he wearing the same top? I was like,
yeah, that as well. Like, can we not?
I reckon someone like him probably has a few of those lined up for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Well,
Thursday.
He needs someone to pick his clothes out then.
Yeah.
Bruno with a shot from 20 odd yards out, but it's a comfortable save from Martinez, man.
He ain't the keep. You want to be trying them against him.
No, you said it earlier, and you're right. It's got to be a special shot to beat him from there. Better from United, though.
See, going forward, yeah, Aston Villa have done little to nothing for the most part.
It's mad that United are 2-0 down, and we've been better, really, but it doesn't matter, does it, if you're losing? At least we're going down with a bit of a fight this time, though.
Time in the run's a little bit better to this half, though. Approaching our mark, I don't think he's probably won't make any changes right now though, because we've actually started okay.
Yeah.
But
bloody hell.
Because he ain't a right back. That was a good idea, that.
So frustrating.
Just the last. That's quality. Jeez. This Moreno that's come on for Dini is a little bit more dynamic, isn't he, going forward? I think he's running away from Garnacho a little bit more than Dini was in the first half. See,
well done,
that's
Bruno.
how sloppy Villa have been all game, yeah.
Marcus here. Yes!
Fucking finally.
Yes!
Finally. That's what.
Marcus to Garnacho. Bruno to Marcus to Garnacho. This time it counts, though.
Okay, that should count. Nah, it's not being disallowed. That was more obviously onside. But that was coming. Villa have been
much better, that.
They've been
well done,
ponderous
Bruno
all
Fernandes here. Look at him here.
There's no
Cuts
way.
it out. Perfect pass to
No way
Marcus.
we should be 2-1 in this
well
game.
onside, obviously, there. Let's have a look at this one.
Where's Malza?
He's well behind. Yeah, he's well onside. Perfect ball. Well done, Marcus. Well done, Garnacho.
Yeah.
That's
More
what
of
you want
that.
to see.
Yeah.
Finally scored.
Good finish that as well, to be fair to the kid there. She's expecting him to score, but still. He's done the right thing there because he's hit it back where it's come.
Yeah.
Because Martin has got no chance. It's much better, that, man. Come on, that's what we can do. Keep going. Get a win here now. Never mind a draw. What do you reckon? Am I deluded?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. Fair enough.
I hope you're right, though.
Right,
I do hope you're right.
Oh, here we go. Fucking hell.
Don't concede straight away. Fucking hell.
Onana's just proper redeemed himself there with a spectacular save.
Looks like we woke Villa up.
Don't foul him.
Just doesn't look sure, innit?
Can't clear, man.
Good hold up. Not sure about that though.
I don't know why I did that, but Garnacho, I didn't need to do that. Don't let him do you, Aaron. I hate corners, man. I hate corners against this team.
Yeah, I think they're better than us there.
Let's have a look at this save. It's a
Good
save.
You almost
that.
over. Good save, almost.
Done well to get down there.
Yeah. Strong hand.
Yeah, it had to be, and he did well there.
Come on, got to defend this better. Shit.
Hojlund heads it over for another corner.
These set pieces make me nervous.
Big time, especially after the first two in that first half. Fucking hell.
Oh my
It's a
god!
free header,
Free
but
header.
he's just headed it well over there. Got to be do better than United right now. Look a little bit. Look at Mainoo's marking
post
about
every
three
time.
people there, and he's about 5'2". Bloody hell! Putting that kid under pressure there.
He's done well there, man. Oh, it's just that loose touch, isn't it?
Rasmus Hojlund was. I don't know whether it was a
Nah,
bad
it's
touch.
My bad touch.
And then he
Bad
tried
touch.
to make it look,
Make it
pointed
look
out like it was a pass.
Make it look like it was a pass. But
Yeah.
it was a touch.
Well done, Delo. Cut it out.
It's mad though. For the most part, Villa have been bad today as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Better for United, man. Just keep going.
just get in front. Feel like a foul that. Ganacho's had him off there. Go on. This is a chance, this.
Got to pick someone out there, man. It's got to. Sorry.
Garnacho's well better than Rashford is on the right.
Yeah.
He doesn't struggle as much on the right, but I think that's just because he's dead direct.
Let's have a look at this again.
Yeah.
For me, it looked like Hojlund was on there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he could have crossed that. It would have been a tight one, though.
Well done, Kobbie Mainoo. Oh, what?
Give that.
Are you serious?
What me? In disbelief.
Ridiculous. Erik Ten Hag's going berserk. That's a great tackle there at Kobbie Mainoo against McGinn. And the referee's giving a foul. Stupid.
Just annoying. He fell a shit house to win here.
Oh, wow.
Can't see down there. Got nowhere to go. See, they've lost the ball back. Won the ball back there so often.
That's that quick ball boy you were talking about there, eh?
Just threw it back there.
Yeah, he had that ready to go before it even gone out. And that's the real quiz. Get involved in the chat and the comments. Hit that like button as well, please, people. We've still not got to 1,000 likes. Let us know what you think so far. Better this second half from Manchester United. 30 minutes to go if you think about stoppage time as well. There's still plenty of time for United to get some out of this game. It's a decent ball, that. It's a penalty.
It's a penalty, but he's offside.
You called it.
I just assume it's offside 90% of the time, but look where he stood. It depends if he gets back. Yeah, he's miles off.
He's well offside. Yeah, he's got hold of his arm there as well.
That would be
like VAR 100% gives that as a penalty.
Bundle him over.
Like, if you look as well, like there, you get a penalty for that. But like you say, he's easily offside. When you watch the replay, it's not even debatable.
No.
Better for Marcus though as well. Like, I know he's offside, but still a good ball.
Yeah.
Right, come on.
See, the Watford, not threatened. This is what's annoyed me. I keep saying it. I think we got another goal in us though. My 2-2 prediction looking possible.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds decent, that. What did you say?
I said
1-1.
Not looking as likely, but you never know.
Stranger things.
I feel like you get really good odds on that.
Yeah. Come on, where's that ball?
He's
boy?
asking Delow's fuming at the ball boy.
Hey, nah, that wasn't the best bit of ball
Well,
boy.
we
We've seen
shoving it
today.
Old Trafford though. We don't have that.
Yeah.
That's the only time I want to see City win when they play Everton. Because
Why?
my mate's a City fan and her ex is an Everton fan. So, you know, we've got to keep our fingers crossed for that one.
Oh, that's poor. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Letting the momentum go with balls like that. fuck are these commentators waffling on about turkey sandwiches? I thought we talked some rubbish, but Jesus wept.
What do you think about turkey though, as a Christmas meat? I think it's terrible.
It's not that.
It's overrated meat, innit?
I've never had it for
it's
Christmas.
It's a bit dry and that. Have you not?
No.
You never had turkey at Christmas?
No,
What did you have at Christmas?
So as a kid, I was always on holiday for Christmas.
Right.
So could have whatever I wanted.
Right.
And then the rest of the time, we just don't have turkey. We're just not interested. Rather have chicken.
Turkey's a mad one because it's a really lean meat that's like difficult to cook. And then for something that's so difficult to cook, it doesn't taste that good.
I think also for us, because we're like a small family, so like a massive turkey, it's not really like medium chicken.
And turkey did food poison one of my housemates at uni as well.
Really?
Yeah, in a bad way. Like hospital.
Was that just like poor uni cooking though, or was it the actual turkey?
It's just I just don't think you should be trying to cook turkey for a uni student.
Pour that from Ericsson, that corner.
So that wasn't the turkey's fault.
Because it is notoriously one of like a meat like you've got to be like proper sure when you've cooked it.
Just wasting corners, man. Awful.
It's fine. Go on, Ericsson. Villa look leggy, you know, especially the back four. It's just about us being clinical when the chances come.
Marcus, just pick a pass out, son.
He wants a foul. Could tell in it.
Garnacho and Rashford down. He got through. He's not looking to pick anyone out again.
Yeah, if I had memory, I would be fuming.
Oh no,
because the team has been like kind of going through the motions. To be honest, no ways he kept that on. What the fuck? The disguise. Go on.
Yes!
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 Garnacho again.
Go on, Garnacho! Go on, my son!
I think we win now. I think we win this.
Yeah, I do. Oh, mate.
Hey, 2-2, but listen, Villa are against the ropes at the moment. They look a bit.
You said they look knackered.
Look knackered. We're back.
And they were saying like just a minute ago, why is he going mad, Emery? And you was right, man. Every reason to.
No. Carlos tapped it in there.
Someone's in an offside position.
Yeah. No, he's out.
No, we're near him.
Yeah.
Deflections took him out.
Oh, yeah.
I think it might have gone in anyway. Look like Garnacho's hit that towards the corner flag. Yeah, I'm not sure he saves that. I think that's going in the bottom corner. Come on, don't give me the hope and snatch it away.
No, man.
That's what I'm worried about.
Much better from United. But yeah, look at this now.
No, just no one there. Oh, fucking hell.
Was that Johnny Evans?
Johnny Evans and... I'm thankfully...
How's Bruno got up there?
I'm glad Douglas Luiz has done that though. We were under the pressure there and he just threw Bruno on the floor. What fucking...
Johnny
Big
Evans
toe
there.
from Johnny.
Johnny. Oh my
MVP.
God, signing of the summer. Look at that. It's not even a block. He clears it.
Referees hate United, isn't it?
I know. Usually it's the player that blocks it that gets booked.
Yeah, usually, but...
Well, for us, it's the player that takes the free kick that gets booked. Miners is just that sweeper, innit? He is that guy.
Yeah, they're reeling at the moment now,
Come
Villa.
on, man. Get a win, man. This is huge.
Oh, shit. Evans again.
Johnny Evans. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, Johnny.
Who would have ever thought that he would be talking about this guy again on this level?
I think he's better now than he was when he left.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Foul that.
The
Easy.
time away did him good.
These actually one of the games he finished 2-2 and we draw, but like over the course of the game, I'll still be a little bit disappointed we didn't win if we don't get a winner.
He's done well there, Hojlund. He's kind of bought it a little bit as well. Come on, United, keep this pressure up. Bruno,
Fucking
man.
hell.
Better option there.
It's his bozo moment. He's one for the game.
You're right, he always has one, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'm not sure about that, you know.
I think he got the ball there. I think he's tussled with him. Come on, man. This is a win. This is a big win if we get this.
Go on. See, that's been them all game. Sloppy. Need to make them pay. Nah, not Consa. Not that guy.
That wasn't the one.
Yeah. He's too good for that. Look at him.
Do you know what? They did this last season.
They've been doing this all game, just giving us the
Right.
ball back. Bang that. Who was he passing to then?
He's having about a bozo moment every 3 seconds. It's a decent ball out as well. Well
Go on,
done,
Mainoo.
Cobby.
Yeah, that was. See, he's glitching today. Below. Stuff like that.
What was he doing then? Like, I don't even know what was going on there. When you said glitching, that was perfect. That was a perfect description. Like, what was going on there? It's like someone had pressed the wrong button, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, someone had pressed the
FIFA
trip
skills
button. Yeah,
button.
like, whoa, what are you doing there? Don't do that. That was dumb, that. Yeah, he needs to make some substitutions, Emery, because all his players are running through treacle.
Jeez.
Come on, Manchester United. What time is it?
So confused by that skill. I feel quite.
I know.
I
Like,
don't understand.
you know what? I would have understood that, right, if we were 5-0 up and he was just messing about. But I don't even know what he was thinking and what he was doing.
McTominay and Anthony.
If Rashford's fit, I won't take him off. I think he's doing well.
No.
Yeah, he's not been bad today. compared to what we've seen.
Nah, this has been much better for him. That's what I mean. It's not from there.
He's went about 20 yards.
Mate, it pisses me off that. Because they do it all the time. Oh, he's not going to get there. I think it'll be... If it is Anthony and...
It's going to be a McTominay winner.
It'll be Ericsson and maybe Rashford, but I wouldn't have done that.
It's going to be a McTominay winner, I reckon.
Yeah.
Is Zaniolo one of those gamblers? I swear.
You are?
He's one of them gamblers, isn't it? With Tonali and that. Zaniolo.
Was it?
Yeah.
How come he's not?
Because I think he was one of those that grassed.
Oh, is he? On QE?
He's
not about them ones.
Yeah, he's grassed to get let off.
Has he? Mate. How can you look yourself in the mirror? Never happened around our way, would it?
I remember seeing quotes saying like he basically was just telling them everyone that was involved in it with him. So I think that's what. And then all of a sudden Tonali's got a 10-month ban and he's playing.
Yeah. Well done, Aaron Wan-Bissaka there with a tackle. Probably Mainoo. Yeah. Keep going, Delo.
Mainoo's been quality, man. Some player.
He was just threw the ball on then, you little dickhead.
That was Pau Torres.
He knew what he was doing there.
Shit kind of ball boy. He's done that because he knows he's caught him.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, them ones. Ooh, they hurt. That's when he goes in, takes his socks off, and you've got one of those nasty cuts on the back of your leg.
Yeah.
That never heal. Got about 1,000 of them.
That's what's coming off. Could be Mainoo coming off.
Those subs do not fill me with enthusiasm.
Nah, I think
I can kind of get it for the fact he has got goals.
I can see.
I don't mind McTominay coming off the bench. I just don't like
off the bench. I don't mind. I'm not like
against it. I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan. I love him to silence me now and make me prove me wrong.
Yeah.
You weren't a fan quite earlier, to be fair.
Who?
You.
Me?
Oh, Anthony.
No.
Look. Can we punish? The amount of times that Villa give us the ball away, give us the ball in their own half or in all. McTominay winner.
Mate, I'll tell you that.
Everyone attacked me on Twitter.
It's different. Like this is the kind of thing he's good for, though.
Brentford.
Yeah!
Yes!
Yes! Hey, finally! Rasmus Hojlund gets his goal. And what a goal that is. That could be a big goal, you know.
Fucking deserved.
Onana's right up there. He's celebrating. He's ran the length of the pitch, the kid.
Villa have been shite. Thank goodness.
Bro. Oh, that's emotional. Look at him.
Oh.
Hey, I want him to do the Vego celebration.
Nah, don't do the
Vego.
Vego
Goes on for about 5 hours. Hey, runs around the length of the pitch, giving it all this. On his knees. Like,
High-fiving the ball, boys. All of it.
Vegos was crying, scoring the 5th goal in a 5-1.
Nah, it's
do you know what I mean? It was it.
It was real Betis, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh!
Great.
Finish. Do you know what?
Love it.
Worth the wait.
Yeah. So what we're going to tell ourselves?
Worth the wait.
Hey, worth waiting them 19 games.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Oh, mate. Joe Smith's a lucky guy, you know. He's at the game tonight, man.
Oh, is it?
Do you know Joe, right? He always picks the right game to go to, like, because he's usually here for the watch-along. You remember what he did 2 seasons ago? he had to pick one game, right, before the season started where he could go, because he does watch along, like, most weeks. He said, fuck it, I'll pick a game not everyone wants. I'll have Newcastle, yeah? Newcastle, we signed Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's return.
Wait,
tickets were going for 500 quid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He was like, bro, I was like, as if you've got one game this season, it's the one where Ronnie comes home.
That was the one time
Yeah, more of that,
so
son. Keep that coming.
That game was the one time I was grateful for living in Germany because it was on the telly.
Oh, was
over
it?
There. Yeah,
Mate,
so I could at least
honestly,
watch it. My cousin went, she doesn't even
really?
know what day it is when it comes to football, but she's like, yeah, apparently it's a big game. I was like, yeah.
Oh, that's such a good finish, that, as well.
Yeah.
Like, because he's got to get it round Martinez inside the post. And when you've not scored for that long in the Premier League, you've never scored in the Premier League, you could be forgiven for snatching at it, but he doesn't. Composure. Look at that, man.
Says it all, doesn't it?
That's our thumbnail.
Yep.
Yeah, we like taking pictures with him.
Mate. Jesus Christ. Never.
Delo's got his shoes today, bro. What? Like, he ended up being alright, but he didn't need to dive in like that. Scared me.
Once, when we was filming, right, outside Old Trafford for Premier League Productions, I was filming in the car park, and the players were playing a behind closed doors game. Let me just see what's happening here.
Yeah.
And it was a live thing, and me and the presenter were stood there, and he was chatting to me.
Yeah.
And they were going back to the studio, and the guy in the studio says, "Is that Delo behind you, Diogo Delo?" And we both turned.
Was he just blank?
He just stood behind us, looking,
Just
watching us.
staring.
Like
on a live video.
Like he got lost somewhere and he was...
Like, it was mad, because he was just stood there, he had like his packed lunch, whatever. He was just like,
packed lunch.
He was just like that. For like 5 minutes.
I can proper see
that.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
And we were both like...
Did you say out to him?
Yeah, like, we was live on Premier League Productions, whatever, and he went, yeah, Diogo. And he's like...
What's going on here then?
Like,
I can proper see that.
Is this live? Yeah.
It was mental, because he was just sort of stood there, like, in shock.
Not
Did
staring.
he actually have a packed lunch?
Not thinking about it.
I don't know, he had like a Tupperware thing. I don't know.
A Tupperware?
Yeah, it could have been.
Wasn't like a brown paper bag or like an
it was
actual
a Tupperware.
lunchbox,
It could have been.
but he
It
had
looked like his lunch to me.
Yeah, Tupperware's got to be a bit of dinner.
But I tell you something, Delo, he's a good lad to the channel as well. Because when we was on pre-season and he came out for the mix zone, yeah, I get a fourth. Oh, he's not going to get there. And they brought him out and he did a few interviews, and then they were like, right, that's it. And then, because obviously he's interacted with us a few times and he knows McCullough. And he's seen McCullough, and he went, no. He said to like the United bods, he said, no, let me go and chat to them. Did a little interview for us. Nice. So he's a good guy, man. He's just,
not
like
you know.
say, he's just, now and again he does things.
He's bringing on a few youngsters, man. Couple of youngsters for Emery.
There's a link in the chat. Don't forget, we're in Dublin day after tomorrow. A few tickets left. Click on that link if you're in Dublin on the 28th of December. Come and see me, House and McCullough, and Joe, and Wes Brown, and Uncle Webby. Live event. It's going to be good. Jav says, where'd you get your car from? Where did you get your car from? Don't know why he's asking me. Oh, was that?
Car?
Yeah.
The
Where'd you get your car?
VW garage
was
near
that?
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford.
I went to, where did I go to? I went to Huddersfield for mine, you know.
Oh, bit of a track that.
Yeah.
Was it an Auto Trader? What, no?
Nah, it was online. Can't remember. Some place in Huddersfield. Where did you get yours from?
Auto Trader.
Is it?
Nebe.
He's fell over
Good
there.
start, you.
So full of beans in it, this kid. That's
a
a yellow.
Foul. That's a foul. It's a foul. He's given a foul there, surely. Oh, yeah.
I was about to say it's a. Yeah, I think you do, Ollie. Yeah. Just double check with Ethan on that technical side of things, because I'm not that guy. But this stream should lead to that, if that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry, I can't be more helpful. We need another man, because now if they get an equaliser, it's going to be devastating.
I just don't want him getting a jammy equaliser.
I know, because it could happen, like another set piece or something.
Go on.
Oh shit! That. Yeah, what is that trick?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris Thompson says, don't forget that Man United win probability 4%. What do they know? Rasmus and Garnacho, you beauts.
Gone up. I know it's gone up to 85% now, and Villa's is at 1.
Told you about Nottingham Forest.
I know.
4% is
what we
0.
It's what we do once every 7 months.
Change probability.
Hey, we come back from 2-0 down. Hey, up. He's coming on here now.
Is that Willie? Big Willie?
Big Willie. He did all right the other day, you know. Weren't on him that West Ham game. Is it Hojlund coming off?
Oh, he looks like he's going to start crying.
It's Emosh.
Totes him.
Christmas miracle, I told you. And I was only 2 goals off me, Rasmus Hojlund hat-trick prediction.
Oh, yeah, you did, innit?
Yeah, you see. Close.
Very close. Closer than we've been for a while, so, do you know what I mean?
Hey, I said we'd come back from 2-0 down. I said Hojlund would score. All right, I might have said he scored 3, but still. Have you seen that reacher that's advertised? Are you on your phone again? I'm going to take that phone off you in a minute. Hey.
Can we just clip your prediction to that he's going to score and just clip it there?
Yeah.
Get rid of the hat trick. Yeah.
Go back to the... We'll cut that up with the Forest thing. Do you remember the Forest game? Then I'll look like I know what I'm on about.
Yeah.
Martinez is coming well out of his box there, but he's all right.
No, I got to see this out now.
I love it.
I
love it if the ref just.
I don't want to jinx it.
Like 1 minute. I want to jinx it. I'd be like, oh my god,
9
minutes, bro. 9 minutes. Are you mad?
I want to jinx it, but I feel like there's just as much chance of us scoring another one though. That's what I've got hope about.
I feel ill.
Like you said though, they are dead on their feet. For me, just keep giving it to Garnacho, man. He's still full of beans. It's unreal. Right, take your time there. Take your time.
Take your time. He's been fuming all half, hasn't he?
Because you called it, bro.
Yeah.
You could see it coming. You could see this coming. Like, even
Bubbling.
at 2-0, they were knackered and they were making stupid decisions. And
It
the
was
commentators were like, he's been very animated. I'm like, because his fucking team are going to get beat.
They were 2-0 up, but they were never playing that well at all, Villa. And they were so sloppy in the build.
They've not played well all game. It's just them 2 set pieces.
Yeah.
The first half, they didn't play well. It's just you look mental if you go, we were the better team that half.
Yeah.
People go, are you insane? You're not singing anymore. Shut up.
Don't tempt fate.
You know what I mean? What's next? Here we go. I'm not a big fan of a lot of chance, you know me.
No.
There's a lot of chance that do my head in.
Yeah.
I'm a bit miserable.
No.
I know you wouldn't think it, but I am.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the hat trick. Here's Garnacho hat trick.
His hat trick.
Go alone. Don't pass. There you go. I don't know.
Mate, he was always like, I'm not being funny as well. If I'm on a hat trick and my only other option is Anthony, I don't give a fuck if I've got 20 players in front of me. I don't give a if the bench has come off the pitch and stood in front of the goal, I'm shooting.
I would have went by myself even if it was 2v1, to be honest.
Yeah, I ain't giving it Anthony.
No.
Oh, it's cramped.
Oh, apparently, Jay, you did actually predict that it will still win after Villa's first goal.
Right.
So you've been on the money for the entire game, according to
Delusion.
our loyal viewers.
Delusion matters, yeah. If you're deluded, now and again, it was perfect when we had Ollie and we kept coming from behind, because I was always going, we'll win this. Do you remember when we had that sweaty game run where we just kept behind and we kept winning? And then obviously when it didn't sound that clever when we were getting battered every week.
Yeah.
That was controversial.
Was not. Didn't see that one coming.
Garnacho man of the match. To be fair, it's probably his best game in the United shirt. Played the full nighter.
Yep.
Absolutely smashed it. Got his 2 goals. Been a thorn in their side all game. Still going now. Still an outlet. Had a goal disallowed. He's been all over the gaff.
Oh.
Dango.
Yes! Love Dango, man.
That is a mank trim. If I've ever seen one. He looks proper. I like it.
I don't want
Willie.
That
was Willie.
Oh,
Big
sorry,
Willie.
that was racist of me. I remember this last season with Villa, you know. They fell off a cliff. Like they were looking
know
knackered.
Oh.
I don't know. I think that was a chance. He didn't look like he was that aware then.
He was that then. Christian Eriksen, who's played 93 minutes, to be fair to him.
Mm-hmm.
Coming on for Dango. Yeah, he looks like he's just come out of detention.
Innit?
He's done it. Hey. It was Dango, wasn't it, who got sent off against Wrexham? That ridiculous red card.
It was. That was
in
like,
that friendly.
that
That referee's been a knobhead.
I think he was immense in that game. Hannibal.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
He is from Manchester, isn't he?
Who?
Dango.
Yeah, I think so. I'll tell you about where he's
Screams.
from. He absolutely looks like he's.
Screams what, Lower Broughton?
I think Salford, mate. I'm going to say
I'm saying Salford.
I'm saying Salford. It could be Wivenshaw, though. Let's have a look. Nah, do you know what?
What?
Might be Burnley, you know.
Sure.
It says he was at Burnley. It doesn't say where he was born.
Place of birth, Manchester.
No. Oh, yeah. Sorry, no, you're right. Place of birth, Manchester. Yeah, I played for Burnley. You're right. It just says Manchester, though. It usually says whereabouts.
Yeah, we need some specifics.
Yeah, Manchester.
If it was Salford, would it say Salford, though?
No, sometimes it says, like, Wivenshaw.
Yeah.
Hannibal's been on for 30 seconds. He's already fouled someone.
Good lad.
He's always good for that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bit of tenacity.
It doesn't say, man.
We need specifics.
I know. I don't want to stay in Manchester. We need to know where. Do you know what I mean? It usually says, like, who's that kid we had? Was it Donald Love? He was from Rochdale. Do you know what I mean? We know Marcus is from Wivenshaw. We know that, what's his name? Kobe Mainoo's from Stockport. Specifics, man. We know that Danny Simpson's from Eccles.
That was interesting from Concert, that though, letting the ball go out of play.
Yeah.
Where Dango?
Kept going on it. It's weird with Rasmus Hojlund. I think all United fans get it. It's one for you. Like, United fans don't agree on anything, and we can be quite harsh. But I think every United fan has got it with him. Like, it's not on him that he's not been scoring. He is a good player. He's just not getting any service. Jesus Christ, that looks a bit well done there, lad.
She touched like.
I know.
Thought he was gonna. We could see something there, innit?
Yeah. One of the biggest criticisms more what happens with a manager before he loses his job is everyone says he lost the dressing room. You might question Ten Hag, whatever, but certainly not the lost the dressing room, has he? Come on.
No.
Is that Hannibal there?
Yeah. Out on the feet, then. Go on, running behind someone.
Just keep it down there, lad.
Nah, I feel like it's too far out to do that. Good.
He just bought a foul there. He's done well.
Yeah, did very well.
Do you know what? He's nuts, Hannibal, but I kind of love him. I remember watching the under 23s when he got sent off after scoring.
I think if you've got a name like that, you've got to live up to the hype, haven't you?
Especially when you
it's
have
like you had a
hair
kid
like
called like the Hulk or something.
Yeah.
Like Phoebe and Friends when she wanted to name the kid the Hulk. It'd have to be like a bit of a madhead kid, wouldn't it?
Could have got another foul there.
We almost did. You know he's going to press. I need another Hannibal foul. Where he clatters someone. Do you know what I mean?
I loved it when he came on Anfield and just started kicking everyone. Apparently Ralph Rangnick's seen his ass with him now. Right, it's from back there, referee. Exactly.
Thank you.
Tell him, man. He just ignored you. It's a proper bugbear of mine, that. You see it all the time.
Like your top pet peeve.
Yeah, it's where I stand usually when I go. Like, It's in the corner, and every time we give away a throw-in,
so they need to just bring you in as
they don't
like
want to take the throw-in near their own goal.
They need to bring you in as like the throw-in police, like with a little walkie-talkie, like, hang on a minute, send them back.
Yeah. Well, did well there, Diogo Dalot. I don't think there was anything in that.
He got a corner there, didn't
He did well. How old's that linesman? That linesman looks like my granddad. Is there not an age limit? Fair play to the guy.
Hang on, you two. You're coming for people's skin. You're coming for
Hang
people's age.
Hang on a minute.
Just play
Let's
nice,
not get it
lads.
twisted, yeah. I did not criticise the man about his age. I just said, how old is he?
We know where you was going with it.
Also, like,
mine was constructive.
It wasn't constructive.
Yours was just nasty.
It wasn't constructive. Like,
feel bad.
It's not like you came with a solution for him.
Yeah, and also it's like it's not really, like some random thing you can't do anything about.
What?
It's not like a haircut.
Yeah.
You know?
And again.
Go on. Game's over, innit? Ref.
Fucking he's done it again, ref.
Foul throw. Ha. Keep your feet on the ground, mate.
What's he give that?
To be fair, Villa haven't looked like scoring since we've got in front anyway.
Villa have done what we do. Villa just look annoyed and fed up. And like, what? You know, when we go behind, usually it's like, we just had enough now. What
You don't look arsed.
Don't forget, this stream will send you to the live review in a minute. And I've also put a link in the chat to our event in Dublin. Well done there. United have finished. We've won. Come back from 2-0 down to win 3-2. Alejandro Garnacho with a brace. And also a big goal from Rasmus Hojlund. And just start with you. Give us your thoughts there.
Amazing. I'm so glad that I've been proven wrong, really, in that my fear was that Aston Villa were going to be the bigger threat when it came to finding the back of the net. Without sounding too negative on Man United, I think we were very lucky that Villa were clearly not on it today. Yeah. But looking at the positives, massive goal for Hojlund, great from Garnacho. Rashford was quite impressive. So overall, I think, this is a huge win across the board for Man United.
No, I agree, Ronnie.
I think it was a brighter, more energetic performance. Even at times, there were glimpses of that in the first half. I thought we just got caught a little bit lax at the back, especially from the set pieces. But other than that, I think we were by far the better team. I thought Villa were quite poor and sloppy today. And I think we played a little bit at a tempo, a little bit higher. And I think we deserved the win. I would have been disappointed with a draw. With the course of that game and the way it went, if we lost or drawn, I would have been really disappointed because we deserved to win that game. And I'm buzzing that Hojlund's finally broken his duck and he's got his first goal. And it was a great finish as well.
No, I agree. The great finish, kept his composure. Deserves it as well because the kid has absolutely battled. Don't forget as well, he scored a lot of goals in the Champions League. This isn't someone who can't find the back of the net. But he's been a figure of fun for a lot of rival fans and pundits and that, digging him out. Always going on about our lack of goals, how our attackers aren't scoring. You've got 2 from Garnacho. You've got a goal from Rasmus Hojlund. You've got assists as well. I think Marcus got an assist as well. So the attackers looking better today against a team that, they weren't really at the races, but this is a team that's challenging for the title right now. So this isn't beating a team that's right at the bottom of the table. This is a team, I think Villa were third going into this game or something like that. So you've beaten one of the top teams after being 2-0 down.
We string a run together now.
Is it Forest the next game?
Because it's one of them, you play second place Villa, you play really bright, you get a victory,
Forest
euphoria, and then you play Forest next game.
Saturday evening.
And it's same old. We don't want same old against Forest. We need to get a bit of a momentum going.
Yeah. Right, stick around. This stream will send you to the live review in about 5 minutes time. So stay on the stream. You don't have to go anywhere. We will get into that. I'm just go through some of the comments as well. Sweaty Legend says, fucking fantastic. Martin P says, where's the praise going to be in the media? Jay Valentine says, Johnny Evans, goal line stop as well. Yeah, love that. Johnny Evans absolutely smashed it with that. He didn't just block it. He cleared it with his toe. It was unreal. Yeah, that was just top tier. Johnny Evans, signing of the summer. Right, I'm going to leave it there. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We're back on this stream, in the next sort of 5 minutes, and we can have a chat and you can give us your thoughts on it. That's been Ronaldo Brown. You know where to find him on socials. That's been Angelina Kelly. You know where to find her as well. This has been the Watchalong for Manchester United versus Aston Villa. The Reds coming back from 2-0 down to win 3-2. See you in the next one.